why don't we get started into session 4?
Nah.
Okay. So, last session, the party made their way back to Nofliasile, except for one point where they countered an Oni and Hugbear fucking critted him to death. And this also, instead of being able to keep the glaive, because the glaive was too damn big for him, Hugbear decided to take the blade with him. And on the way to Nofliasile, decided that he was going to name the tavern the Mighty Glaive.
With Onora.
And so the party returned to Nofliasile with the supplies needed. And helped rebuild the tavern, which is now called the Mighty Glaive, and the inn. And at some point during this time, Onora's weird curse stain on her shoulder flared up. And while recovery, the cleric of the silence, Near Dove, offered to help make a concoction that be a little stronger than what Onora would currently be drinking. And while they were building the inn, word has gone out that there was a group of hobgoblins still looking around in the woods up north in Nofliasile. And so the next morning, the party charged into battle. Hugbear going head in first, while Corra took around the side. Body limbs were going everywhere, and one party member, Takari, went down. But the hobgoblin was quickly dispatched of, and Takari was brought back up. And Hugbear took some time to loot the hobgoblins and only got a few measly gold, as expected from the behavior of hobgoblins being a little cheap on their purse. And now this is where we pick up. You guys are currently still at the encampment, recovering from the battle that was ensued. The victorious battle. What do you guys do?
Maybe we should start our own gang and just start roaming the countryside. Like this seems like a really good racket.
Technically we're going to step up in creating our own government. So
I guess. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, there's like a power vacuum of hobgoblins being murdered and leaving. If we can hop in on this, we'll just collect that money. No.
Hugbear wants to start a mafia.
Did we ever heal Takari?
I believe you did. I believe
Yeah.
Onora gave her like 2 healing words. One to get her up, and then one to make sure she's not at a single-digit number.
Okay.
But you can
But
check
you can clearly see that there is still kind of scars and cuts on her, bruising. And she's probably just laying on the ground with her arm over her face, just like, fuck.
Is this close to
I
being
need a
not
sword.
alive?
Were there any swords on these people?
on these hobgoblins?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have weapons. Let me just double check what it was. I believe it was a great sword. Yeah, each hobgoblin had a great sword.
I just hold like 3 great swords in my hand. And I'm just like, you want one of these?
She'll look at Hugbear, look like peeking from her. Yeah, I'll take one. And takes one of the great swords.
Okay. Do you go? How do you take it, with one hand?
Probably with both.
Okay, because great swords
As
require.
she sits up.
Yeah, so it's like you go take it with one hand. Yeah, you realize how heavy it is, and you grab the bottom of the handle with the other hand, and you manage to hold it up.
I'm not good at combat in close range. I see why my brothers were trying to teach me how to fight better.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just kind of ran in there. I kind of expected to draw all of their fire.
It's fine. I'm just glad that we have healers, though.
Yeah.
Perhaps this will allow us to think for better tactics next time.
Well, my plan was to get in range so I can start using stuff, but I apparently failed to that one.
It's alright. There's always next time. Just
Always?
try not to die.
That's kind of the plan right now.
Are we leaving this joint? Where are we going from here?
I thought we were camping out on our way there.
Is that what's up?
You guys left in the morning, I believe, and then so I want to say by the time it took to travel, I'll say it's about like 1:30, 2 o'clock.
Okay. And we're about, you said right here-ish?
Yeah, you're about right here-ish, which is like, I believe I said 4 hours.
What's up, Anna?
Didn't they already have like a campfire and stuff set up, so it'd be easy to set up camp here?
Yeah.
That would be a point.
If I'm remembering correctly, there was a campfire like right in the middle, right, Kenzie?
Yeah, there was a campfire.
So
That
fairly easy.
what looks to have been smothered out once Hugbear came into the camp.
Once Hugbear.
That's okay. We have kindling in the form of bodies. Let's just...
Why did I think you were gonna say Bob?
Oh my
No,
god!
That's for above the flame.
And that's a
Like
reference that's
rotisserie.
a reference that nobody in chat is gonna get.
I'm not food.
Yeah.
Besides, I don't think she'd be more than a snack anyway.
That's true.
Very tiny.
I'm only kidding, of course. Yeah, we can stop camp here. Did we want to? Do we have any reason to go searching, or just hang out and head out in the morning?
We can hang out and go in the morning.
Is there anything stopping us from just heading back now?
I mean, like I said, it is 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah,
And
6
we're
hours
actually
in.
heading towards Eshiubia.
Eshiubia?
Yes.
We have 6 to 8 hours we can travel before we gotta camp down.
I guess we could
68
continue on then.
hours.
I mean, 6 to 9 hours. What do you want from me? What...
I'm pretty sure it's 4 hours.
It's only 4 hours away.
That's what Kunzi had
No,
stated
no.
previously.
It took 4 hours to go from Nofliasile to the camp, so it's 4 hours to get back from that camp to Nofliasile. If you're gonna think of the head up to Eshiubia, it's gonna take a lot longer than 4 hours.
Okay. How many days do you think travel from here, or do we think?
If anyone wants to make a history check, or actually no, not history. This would just be straight up intelligence. So make an intelligence check if anyone wants to.
I mean, I would imagine Takari would have the best guess about these lands and her neighboring nobility.
You want me to make a history check?
Unless somebody else does.
Not history, just straight intelligence. This is just an
Intelligence?
just an
Okay.
intelligence check if you want to mix so.
Okay.
And anyone can do it.
There we go. Here's one.
Okay.
It's not a right off the bat nat 1.
I haven't seen. Oh, okay.
Okay,
I
so
broke his streak.
Onora,
Ah.
you have no idea. And Takari, yeah, same thing. You can't really think. You're too busy thinking about almost dying right now. That's what's on top of your mind. But for Corra and for Bop, you guys figured that if you were to leave now, let's say, so leave now and say this is day 1, you would arrive sunset of day 3.
So we should probably go ahead and make camp. So I'm gonna relay that to the group and say that we should probably make camp here.
It's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well, we could go further and then make
Go a
camp.
little further, but like I feel like because we're able to see stuff here, it's a little safe. But we can keep going if y'all think we should.
How about this? Takari, do you feel like you can keep going, or do you want to stay here for a little while because you were injured?
I'm
Yeah.
cool with either. What do you guys want to do? You want to go a little further, or do you want to stay where we know where it's safe?
We can do either. We're for sure doing a rotation tonight to keep guard since we're not home.
I think the smartest to do would be to continue on at least till we get closer to the evening, because it's only about midday. Because we lose out about a half a day's journey if we stay here.
All right. All in favor of continuing on for another 4 to 6 hours.
Sure.
All right. Da, 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 da.
I just thought it was important to weigh options.
Hey, horse. Where are you at, horse?
Make an animal handling check.
Oh, God damn it.
The horse that you almost broke his back, terrified.
Just like runs out behind everybody and hiding from Hugbear.
Don't you take my horse from me.
The horse never comes back.
We were becoming friends, damn it.
You actually hear,
No.
and you see riding into the camp the horse with scoliosis.
Can somebody help me find my horse?
I will help you find your horse.
Okay. Make a perception check. If you're gonna go out into the woods, and you can make a perception check. Actually, no.
Okay.
Perception or survival.
Can I also help?
I'll try a survival because my
Are you okay? You can try if you want. You can also go for perception, Corra, if you
I
wish.
got an 8.
Yeah, Takari, you're not used to the landscape of Nofliasile, which seems the forest is a little bit more denser than the forest there is at home in Hestein. But as for wait, hold on. You roll the perception, then you roll the survival.
Yes. Oh wait.
Oh, they're both +6, so be the same thing.
Yeah.
For now, I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Just because I offered perception or survival, so which you were also strike one, but I'll give it to you for now. Yeah, so I'll say that Corra, you find horse tracks that look be a little deeper than the rest, and Takari, you managed to track them down to where the horse is and managed to find the warhorse, and along with the other horses, I kind of like stayed in one place.
God
I
damn
also
it.
need to go into the other woods and find mine on the other side. Because I did not ride in.
All right. Yeah, I'll say that I'll say for the time being, you guys spend an hour finding everyone's horses and then bringing them back.
We have to tie these guys up before we run into battle like maniacs, I guess.
That would be smart.
Hmm.
All right. So,
All right.
so
Onwards and upwards.
now it's about 2:30, 3 o'clock, and you guys finally got your horses. What do you do?
I
I'd
think we
do-
should probably put Takari in like the middle of us in the most protectable position. Since she's a little not
What?
at her best right now. To say the least.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Because if we're able to defend her,
Okay. So,
maybe we can get to a point where she's
what is the marching order?
I'll be up front.
Be Hugbear, Takari behind him, and then Corra and Onora flanking, and then Bop behind.
All right. So it'll be Hugbear, Takari directly behind, and then Corra, Onora, side by side. Well, each. Yeah. So, okay, and then Bop behind the three of you.
Yeah.
All right.
Could I cast Cure Wounds on myself at first level?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'm going to do that
All right, go ahead.
before I try to. Why are my rolls tonight? Why?
Ooh.
Here we go.
Custom.
I get 4 points back, but still.
Ouch.
better than nothing.
You rolled a
Hey,
1.
Sorry you're taking my rolls for tonight.
I mean, somebody has to have them, I guess.
It seems the invisible Nat 1 crown has been passed down.
It was only a matter of time before it got to me, so.
All right.
I'll just keep them away from me. That's fine.
All right. So you guys travel up north, only for a couple hours because you're leaving later than you usually do. Compared the previous 2 times you've left on a journey, a long journey, you left in the morning. This time you're leaving like about mid-afternoon, and so you only ride for about like 6 to 8 hours before it starts to get nighttime, and then you guys will eventually pull over and make camp.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some watches here.
All right.
I'll take the first one, I guess.
I'll take second one. Hugbear, are you hurt at all?
I still probably have twice your health pool.
Because I'm still fine.
I'm like bloodied. But I'm alright.
Okay. You're sure.
So long as we don't get murdered in the night, we'll be fine.
So if you want to take first, I'll take second.
I can take third.
And then
That's
I
all
can
we
do
need, right?
fourth watch. If
And-
needed.
I'll get up with Takari.
Okay, so it'll be Corra, Hugbear, Onora, and then Takari Bob.
Hugbear, Corra.
Okay, Hugbear, Corra,
Yeah.
Onora on her own separate watch, and then Takari Bob. All right.
Does everybody have dark vision? Just curious. If you're taking a watch and you don't have dark vision,
I'm an elf.
double up, please.
Does anyone
an
want
elf.
to talk? Hey, Hugbear, we're doubling
I have
up.
dark vision.
All right. I'm just gonna say it.
Best friend.
Those on watch, no strange activities, nothing attacks you. Everyone gets a nice long rest.
Hey.
So everyone take their long rest.
And we all just leveled up to 12, right?
You can imagine that, but right now, in reality, you're still level 6.
God.
Level.
Listen,
Overnight, we went from
shoot your shot.
Hey, I didn't say no.
Didn't say yes either.
Does everybody have rations?
So I don't think my long rest is working on my D&D Beyond.
Are you clicking on the long rest button and then the side tab will pop open and you say long rest and then click it again when the button's green?
Yeah, I did, and it did nothing.
Refresh your page.
Broke it.
I had to break everything today, apparently.
I can't live on rations. We're going to have to find food later.
Alright, well, I guess just reset everything by hand, whatever you have checked, uncheck it, then whatever your health is, put it back to max. But while she's doing that, so you guys wake up, you get packed and set up for the journey ahead. I need someone.
Yeah, it still didn't update.
Okay. So like you probably got to do it by hand at that point.
Yep.
While she's doing that, I need someone to roll a D4 for me. And by the same person's got to make multiple rolls. This is the first of them. Who would like to roll a D4?
How many D4s do you want me to...
Just one.
For somebody to... Just one.
Just looking for one D4. A 3. Okay. Okay. Alright. And so, alright, since who rolled that? That was Takari?
Yep.
Okay. Would you mind rolling me percentile?
That would be
D100.
D100. Okay.
Whoa! What a wild percentile! Wah wah wah!
Well,
How?
I don't know.
How?
I don't know.
You rolled a
You
5.
communicate with your
my
god.
dice, apparently.
You rolled a 5.
Yeah.
All right.
Were you praying to your god? Make a wish.
No, but I should now.
Sadly, Takari is not a cleric with divine intervention. You can keep trying, but I know everything. Alright. So throughout your day, nothing happens. Actually, along while you're riding there, Hugbear, since you're in the front of the line, because I'm presuming you're going to that same order of first you got Hugbear, and then you got the trio of Onora, Takari, and then Corra, and then followed by Bop at the back. Hugbear, since you're up front, why don't you roll me a perception check?
Hey,
Well,
well,
here's the good thing is you just basically had to not roll under 5, so you're good. You probably couldn't have rolled a natural 1. And so on your way over, while you're riding, you look over and you see there's a half orc walking towards you guys.
Hello there.
Oh, hello there. And as he looks around the group, the half orc looks at Takari. Actually no, looks towards Corra. Corra, you recognize this half orc. This is the half orc that told you about the. This is the same half orc that told you about the hobgoblins.
That was Nora, not me.
That was me.
Oh,
That-
that was Takari.
That was Takari?
Yeah.
Okay. Cause. Right. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I mixed you up with someone else. Okay.
That's why I almost choked on my chip when you said my name.
That's right, Corey. You jumped. Okay, that's what I remember. Corey, you jumped on the guy that was bringing in the tavern food and
Yes,
drink.
I was-
Takari went in and found it. Takari saw the guy walk in. Okay. Okay, so actually, yeah. So he looks up at Takari. Takari, you recognize the half orc. This is the half orc that told you about the hobgoblins he saw that you guys killed.
Hello. Glad to see you out here.
I'm glad to see you. Have you taken care of those hobgoblins I told you about?
We did.
great.
They were a lot stronger than what you said.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, I know I told you said to keep the rewards, but what did you manage to get out of them?
The swords.
Oh, just the, Wait, so Takari has one of the great swords. What were the other? What were the other?
I thought Infinite had, or Hugbear had them.
Or did you just give Takari one of the great swords and just left the other two behind?
No, I kind of had a plan to take all the metal I could find and use it as supplies later.
Okay, so you still, so you have the two great swords then?
Yeah.
Okay, and then Takari has a great sword on her. Okay. Okay. And he's just, oh, well, that's kind of disappointing. How about this? While I was at the tavern, the bartender, I believe her name was Silji. She told me she was understaffed as there was only 3 workers there. I was a bartender myself before I was cut because they needed one less employee. I can offer my assistance and help her. I can help at the tavern since she looks like she needs a second hand.
I don't feel at all confident in just hiring you on the spot. I need to see credentials. I need to, can you give me references? I'm just being a shit.
So I can offer my assistance in helping the tavern so that she doesn't get overwhelmed.
Why the sudden interest in assisting?
Well, as I told you, I was dropped from the job because they needed one less employee and I was the unlucky one. And I'm looking for a job, and the only experience I have is bartending.
Can I do an insight check?
Go ahead.
I was also going to do that, so...
Go ahead.
Good, Shalene.
Please, dice gods. Please.
17.
Alright, so let's see. Bugbear 15, Onora 17, and Corra 7. He seems to be speaking the truth. He truly is just looking for a job after he just got cut. Takari, you get the same thing.
Okay. Mine rolled just a little bit late.
Yep, it's probably just the connection from your character sheet to roll 20.
We're not the hiring manager.
Yeah.
I would speak to Sildy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go get yourself a job.
Oh.
You're more than welcome if she would like the help.
Oh, well, thank you. I know my way to the town, and I know the road is safer since you guys took care of those hobgoblins. Take care, and hopefully I'll see you when you get back in town.
Hopefully.
Don't cause any trouble now, or we'll know where to find you.
Oh, all right. I won't. And starts to walk away as you guys travel on forward.
Well, so if you want to loot those hobgoblins for their armor and you get back to town, that'd be great.
And he just gives you a thumbs up and keeps going. All right, and you guys carry on through the day, and no encounters other than that. And nighttime approaches, and you pull over once again.
Is this are we on the 15th?
Oh shit, I forgot to get the calendar up. Hold on.
Can you just get your wear thing in control?
I'm trying! I've been trying for 100 years, man!
Your wear arthritis?
Just give me a second, I need to pop open the calendar. Sorry about that. Let me just view it. Okay, so yeah, you guys kept going for it, and you made camp once, so it was the 15th, and you guys are making camp again. So it's the night of day 15.
Okay. Well, just so that you know, she would have taken the potion the 14th.
Yep. Go ahead and you guys make camp and go to relax. As Hugbear and Corra make the first watch, Onora, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw with advantage.
Oh, with advantage? Okay.
The potion basically gives you
Yeah.
advantage. Good thing you drank it. Oh my god!
How did I roll 2 nat 1s in a freaking row?
Wow!
Do you have any inspiration?
Nobody loves me enough for that.
I don't have enough to give inspiration.
I'm not sure.
That's just saying.
I'm unsure if anyone has inspiration right now.
I know Corra has one.
I used my inspiration, but I gave Hugbear one last session.
Yeah, that's right. She had one, and then she...
Oh, speaking of which, Lynova just gave you inspiration, Kiki. You may use it if you
I
want.
had just enough.
Do not let me nat 1 again. Please don't let me nat 1 again.
Okay.
That's better. I'll take an 11.
Alright. Well,
Oh, Jesus.
Lord.
okay, so an 11. It hurts, but it doesn't... It hurts a little more than when you were sleeping in the guest room at Takari's home family estate. But it doesn't hurt as much when you were back in Nofliasile. So you will only... So in that short pain, you will only take 1 point of psychic damage. It's just you just go, "Ugh," and it's just that one like intense pain, and it just goes away a little bit. Lucky you drink that potion. Can't believe you rolled 2 nat 1s in a row.
In a row.
Jonesy,
Now you will know.
you tried to curse me with it. And look what happened.
Like I said, I don't get mad, I get even.
All curses go to the curse god.
Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, other than that, once again, nothing strange happens. Everyone gets a long rest if you take in damage.
What is with all these ones?
We're starting off great.
Cursed campaign.
Maybe you're done now.
Alright, and so now it is day 3. And just so you know, so, right, yeah, so day. So you guys at this point have breaking into Eshiubia territory, so you guys are about here.
Sweet.
And so, like I said, when you guys left at that point, it would be it'll take about you won't be arriving there until evening.
We ride.
All right. So, who wants to roll percentile this time?
Someone else do it, please.
I'll do it.
Go for it, Corra.
27. Okay. Okay. Now, Corra, you must decide this without everyone else. Well, I'll let you all decide, but Corra needs to make the final say. A or B?
D.
I was gonna say, what kind of student were you? But I don't think the option was there. Oh!
Do you choose?
I'm gonna fight you.
Do you choose A or do you choose B?
What do y'all think?
Whatever you want.
It's up to you.
We'll go with.
We don't know what either of them mean.
We'll go
Rock,
with
paper, scissors.
A.
Okay.
Oh no.
Roll me a D4.
Are we regretting letting me roll?
I turn into butterflies.
Give me a second, so
You
I,
actually eat flop this time.
Okay, god damn it, now I have Mothman stuck in my head.
Aww. Sorry.
Just give me a sec here as I look up where they are.
Don't want to do that.
So wait a sec. Okay.
Somehow we're in Frostbrary. You've led us astray.
Okay.
We're back home.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I gotta see the kid.
Nope, not there.
Hugbear has to get has to have uncle time.
Where's... Perhaps I didn't just... I probably spelled it wrong. Yep, I spelled it wrong.
Like
We fixed it in that.
Elder Red Dragon. Is that what? What's going on?
It's all of the kinds of dragons
Oh,
all together.
We just
Conclave.
We might as well all just roll for initiative right now.
All roll new characters.
Don't do
I
it.
don't like that smile, Kunzi. I don't like it.
What do you mean?
I mean, I have a backup ready to go.
So,
Got 2.
you guys
Five bugbears.
travel. You guys travel. And at about 11. No, about 1 o'clock. You start to. You're riding across the path. You come across a few splits in the road, and with someone who would like people want to make perception checks, you can.
I shall make perception check.
I'm at the front. I suppose I should.
Wow, Bob with a nat 20, and then
So we're never
Boom.
letting me roll again, correct?
Those were all great rolls.
yeah. Wow, 22, 15, 25, 25. Holy shit, well that was a nat 20.
And then
Bop.
there's the 16.
You guys start to hear thumps.
No thumbs. Stop it.
Does it sound bigger or smaller than me?
It sounds bigger.
Yay!
You guys up for a fight?
You're welcome, guys. I would like, Kunzi, I'd like to roll to hide.
How do you hide?
I would like to climb a tree and hide.
Oh, what do you do with your horse?
I take the horse. I'll take the reins.
She abandons
Okay, and
it.
all right.
Just-
I just wanted, I want an advantage shot.
Okay,
Just in
make
case.
a last minute stealth check.
Corra heard booms and said, "Nah, bitches."
20. Fuck me. Okay.
Corra wants to be up high in case I have to shoot a motherfucker.
Okay. Okay. I'll say you spend your movement climbing. No.
I'm tying our horses together.
Actually, you roll, so you're hiding. Yeah, I'll say you just managed to get up there silently. And as you get up to the top, you just see above one of the trees, you see stomping around. Let me just drag him on the battlefield here. You see pale skin. You see what looks to be like a paled skin, sharp teeth, small head but big body. As it looks to be wielding a club of sorts. You recognize this. Well, make a history check for me. You don't know what it is.
I'm gonna, like, kind of whisper yell down to Hugbear. A big boy coming.
Hugbear, make a perception check.
Seems dangerous.
Cool. I'm just like tying my horse up to another tree.
I'll give it to you and say that you hear Corra say, "Big boy." And as you tie up your horses, you see come around a corner. Anyone else want to make a history check?
I shall.
Yes.
Me.
I got a 24, dude.
Hey.
21.
Me.
Okay. Onora, you don't recognize it, but Hugbear, Bop,
No.
Hugbear, Bop, and Takari, you have come face to face with an ogre.
Is it technically a giant?
Yes, it is technically a giant.
Okay.
I don't speak over.
And I'll just put you over in the grass, more in the grass area here. And you see it approach. It looks over to you without even thinking, growls at you, and looks to be heading, and looks like he's gonna charge at you. Let me move you guys all over to the map here so you can see. And I need everyone to roll initiative. Make sure you click on your token.
No.
And then try to roll for initiative.
Fuck.
Don't tell me what to do.
I'm sorry, as the DM, I have to tell you what to do.
Wow. So I can get an 18 on an initiative, but everything else I roll under a 5.
Okay, and
Oh, bloody hell.
let me just roll initiative for this guy here.
Hey, this is the map I drew.
Oh yeah, this map is brought to you by Kiki. Take that as you will.
My roll 20 went funky. I'm refreshing it.
Okay. Just so I know. Give me a sec. You need to pull up this character sheet. Okay. Bop and Takari, what are your dexterity scores?
Dexterity is a 19 for me.
Bop?
13.
Okay, so Takari will go before Bop in this case. Alright, so top of the order, you got Bugbear.
Hugbear the bugbear?
Yes.
Yeah, I have movement to run right up to him.
Alright.
And I'm just gonna say, hey, you're a big one. And I hit him after I rage.
Alright,
I'm moving. Didn't have
So let me just click off rage here. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to talk to this guy or talk him off the ledge. And I will attack recklessly.
alright, roll reckless. Attack him recklessly. Just give me a sec. Yeah, that will hit.
Okay. That's one.
He takes 10. Okay. Well, let's check stuff here. And that's
That sucked.
actually no, that is actually going to hit. So
Oh shit.
let me just double check something here. I just want to check his stats here. Okay, so nothing. Okay, just those things. Okay, so I don't really need the character sheet for it then. Cool. All right, and so first it was 10 and 16, right?
Yep.
So 26 damage. Okay.
And then the last is just that. Oh wait, no, I don't get that one. Sorry, because I rage. Rage. is
You
not
raged. Yep.
Sorry, so ignore that one.
That you would have hit, but no, you've used your bonus action to rage.
Yeah, sorry. I'm right in the guy's face. That's my turn.
All right. All right. Next is Corra.
I'm gonna move through the trees to there.
Make either athletics. Yeah, make an athletics check to see if you can safely, if you can move across the trees.
Would it not be acrobatics?
Just swinging up in the trees.
Unfortunately, there are no vines or something you can swing on. So actually, you know what? Sure, I'll let you have athletics or acrobatics. Okay, yeah, I'll say that you make it safely there.
And then I'm going to shoot him with my longbow.
All right.
Or my short bow. Sorry.
All right. You have advantage. Oh, you have advantage because you are technically come out of hiding. Yeah, you hit.
Hey.
So roll with a sneak attack. Okay, so
Attack.
you already rolled your sneak
Oh,
attack. You
yeah.
see the 7 and the other 7. So
I know sometimes when I've rolled it has, and sometimes it hasn't.
So 14 points of piercing damage. All right. All right. So is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right. Next up is Onora.
I am going to go ahead and move here. And then I'm going to go ahead and cast Firebolt.
All right. Roll to hit.
Light them up.
Ooh.
Don't light me up.
Nah. You throw the firebolt, and you underthrow it. You just and he just plops like 10 feet in front of you. So that's your action.
Oh, jeez Louise.
Hear me out. Hide.
Unfortunately, she already used her action to attack, so she can't hide as a bonus action.
Hear me out. Become a rogue all of a sudden.
Just become a rogue. See, because I used, what was it? 15 feet. So I'm going to 20, 25. I'm going to go back 25 feet.
Okay. All right.
It's going to be my turn. That's
all right.
awful. Nat ones all night.
You get him out of the way. Takari, you're up.
Well, I'm probably gonna do Hunter's Mark real quick.
What is the range on that spell?
90 feet.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you... Let me just... Alright, so you... Where is it? You mark him for Hunter's Mark?
Yep. And then we're gonna do Longbow. $24.
Yes, that will hit. Alright, so 14 points of damage. He is looking very rough.
And that is my turn.
Alright. Alright, that's your turn. Bop.
I'm thinking, hold on. I'm gonna move. Once my thing stops being an ass. Stop it. Stop being tricky thing. Okay.
I can move a character if you want. Just tell me where you want them to go.
There, it's just being weird. I don't know.
Okay, so
My
here.
laptop's a jerk today. Yeah.
Okay, so you move 10 feet.
And I learned a thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast flame arrows on my quiver for my hand.
Okay. Is that an action or a bonus action?
It's an action.
Okay, so you'll be able to So does that ensue an attack right then, or do you just cast the spell? Does the cast get spelled? Could you post it on Roll20 for me? So if you click on the spell, then like on the top right of that pop-up, there should be that says display VVT or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
So just click on that and it'll...
Oh, it rolled it. I don't know why. It didn't mean to.
Okay. Here, I could just look it up here. What's the name of the spell?
Flame arrows?
Flame...
Oh, wait, there, I found it.
Okay, there we go.
I hit the wrong thing.
You touch a quiver containing a bullet when the target is hit by... Okay, so it doesn't attack.
Okay.
So you now have flaming arrows. For the next for the next possible hour, you have flaming arrows.
So can I still attack it?
No, you can't, because it takes it takes an action to cast the spell. Alright. So you use 10 feet of movement, use your action to have flaming arrows. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Alright, next is the orc's turn. He's going to try to whack Bugbear with his
Me? Why would he go after me?
Well, I mean, it's not like you're directly in front of him. Let me just make sure that I'm... You did attack recklessly, so I need to make sure that I do roll with advantage.
Yeah, buddy.
Alright, so great call. Does a 21 hit you?
Yes.
Alright, you take 18 halved to 9 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, you are a biggin.
Hey, Hugbear, if you die, I'm gonna be pissed.
And
I'm not worried.
Yeah, and that's all I can do for this. That's all I can do for this creature. Yeah, he just whacks you, and you get a little knock on the head, and it's your turn.
I smile as blood goes down my lip. My turn. And I start attacking.
Roll for your first attack.
Recklessly,
All
because I'm enraged and crazy.
Yep. How do you want to do this?
I am literally going for the throat.
All right, and so you take the end of your glaive and you just slit across the throat as he grabs it, trying to stop the blood flow, but it's too much, and he just drops on his knees and falls to the side, dead.
I'd expect that to have more health.
Does he have pockets?
Make an investigation check.
I would also like to loot the body.
Oh, you have to climb down that tree first.
Well, I'd like to climb down the tree and then help my best friend loot a body.
I'd wait for my buddy to loot a body.
Alright, and okay, so you guys will eventually... Okay, so yeah. I'll say, alright, so yeah, either both of you can roll investigation, or one of you... Yeah, both of you...
I'm lifting things, and you can look.
Alright, so both of you...
I'm lifting limbs.
Okay, so I'll say both of you make an investigation check then. I'll just get rid of the turn order here, give me a sec.
Coonsy, you forget we're a team.
You don't...
Investigators ever.
You don't see anything of worth on this guy. It just seems to be the only thing he was carrying was his, sort of haphazardly made, great club.
Question. Can I also yank out my arrow and have it back?
Yeah, I'll say, well, what did you roll? Yeah, I'll say you definitely find the only thing you find is your arrow, so.
I take a knee and I listen out to see if there's any more of them.
Alright. Make a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
You're safe.
Nothing to see here.
As far as you know, nothing else is coming. You're fine.
Yeah, I go get my horse.
Okay. And does everyone else? What does everyone else do?
Can I retrieve my arrow?
Yes, you can. You can go over and make an investigation check to see if you can find it.
Okay.
I would also like to get my horse, and in doing so, I'm gonna untie my horse from Infinite's horse.
Okay.
Yeah, I suppose you can have
It
this.
will.
Sadly, you don't seem to find your arrow.
Okay.
Probably ate it. In the short battle.
Actually, no. You do find it. It's broken.
Ah. Okay.
All right. And so after doing some look around, and now some time has passed since you investigated and get back on your horse. It's safe to presume probably no other ogres or whatever, or for somebody that failed the history check, whatever this is, isn't going to come by. No more of these creatures are going to come by currently. And
Let's ride.
you guys,
Hopefully this is the only one that we run into.
and you guys ride on, and as you get on your horses and you're about to take off, you go to take one of the split paths. You look over one of the other split paths. You see, sort of tied up with whatever. Actually, no. Yeah, you see what looks to be a not moving body.
Can I investigate it?
I would like to sneak up to investigate.
Make a stealth check, and then as you're sneaking up, so Tarek is gonna go up. You're gonna investigate the body.
Yes, I'm gonna try to.
Hey.
Wow.
Have you ever existed?
So
Would that be investigation then?
yeah. If you want to make an investigation check, if you could.
I
Holy
don't know.
shit.
Is that good?
Wow. Well, first off, Corra, you go to sneak up on this person, and you are sneaking up, and suddenly things start to fade. You start to think that the forests, the land, the body, Takari, everything, you start to see things fade from your vision. Make a wisdom saving throw. Oh my god! You blink back and
Listen, you're ready for my nat ones. It's not happening today, my boy.
you blink back and everything is fine. First we get two nat ones in a row, now we get 3 nat 20s. Holy shit.
It has to balance itself out.
What kind of bullshit is this? Yeah, Takari, as you approach it, the body is alive, but it looks to be unconscious, and it looks to be a human male.
Is there any wounds on the body?
Make a medicine check.
Okay. $16.
Hasn't rolled on our screen yet, but I'll believe you. So all right,
It
so
says on roll
I
20.
see 16.
I see it.
okay, I see it, but for some reason this account didn't get it.
It wasn't a nat 20, so you just don't acknowledge it anymore.
Oh, was it a nat 20? Okay, there it is. as you search the body, you don't maybe a couple bruises, but you don't see anything too major. As you search, you see the body goes, wakes up, looks at you, goes, ah, who are you?
We're travelers. Why are you tied up?
Oh, was that big thing gone? Where was that big thing? Where's it go?
The ogre is dead.
Oh, thank God. Oh.
What happened to you, my
Only
friend?
big thing here now is me.
Wait, who said? Oh, you're not gonna eat me, are you? Wait, you better not.
What race is this thing?
Human.
Nah.
Oh. I went out on a little walk, and I crossed paths with the wrong creature.
Obviously. And why are you by yourself?
He looks to be a young adult, probably like 17, 18 maybe. I just wanted to be alone, okay? What's wrong with wanting to be alone for a little bit?
Just
Well,
running
you
into
should have had
ogres.
a weapon to defend yourself.
I do, as he reaches over, he pulls out a dagger.
A dagger's not going to do much, kid.
Huh. It's something, and he sheaves it back.
I would like to remain hidden and notch and aim an arrow at it, just in case.
Okay, I'll say you just aim at him. You're like behind him. You manage to get sneak behind him. You're just an arrow pointed directly at the back of his head.
Is his hands bound?
Yeah, but it looks to be loosely bound.
I'm gonna cut the rope free.
Okay.
Do I need to roll for that?
No, I'll say you do it. And so you take the time to, you cut the rope and, oh, thank you very much.
I used my dagger.
Okay, thank you very much. I should reward you for this. For, you said you killed the ogre?
What is your name?
Oh,
We did.
I'm Kogaf.
I'm Takari. Nice to meet you.
Takari, make a history check for me.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of your tape.
Your what?
Gaffer's tape.
19.
Okay. You recall hearing the name Kodaf and recognize it as the only give me a sec. The only Codgaff you ever heard of was is the prince of Eshiubia. Jeez, my mouth. You recall a name Codgaff as being the son of the king or ruler of Eshiubia.
I'll look at him, look him over. Does he look like the prince?
He looks to be wearing noble attire.
She'll just facepalm. She's like, "Are you the fucking prince of Eshiubia?"
Yes, I am. Yes, I am the son of my father, King Golvan Sternhair. I am Codgaff Sternhair, the son of the king.
I'm Takari Elwig from Hestian.
Oh! I see. Noble meeting noble. But why is a noble wearing leather armor and a cloak?
Because not every royal likes being in the palace.
And those that leave the palace, don't want to get eaten by ogres.
Or bugbears.
Yeah.
I looks back towards Takari. whispers, "Are you sure he's not gonna eat me?"
Don't piss him off, then he won't.
Okay, good to know. Well, as I said, I would like to reward you greatly for helping me out and saving me from that beast. If you escort me back to Eshiubia, I can give you a free night's stay at the. I could give you a free night's stay at the tavern.
That's perfect. We were headed that direction anyway.
Oh,
Free
may
stay
may-
at a tavern for saving your life. Do you have pancakes in your palace? You are a prince.
what are pancakes?
Oh my god. Takari, we have to talk to this person and their whole staff and teach them how to make pancakes and maple syrup. And is your family like loaded? Like why is this prince so cheap?
Wait, do you mean flapjacks?
Oh, dear.
Takari, are they the same thing?
They go by many names, but yes.
Then yes. I mean, Corra, I will kill this man. Corra,
I'm not here.
Corra.
But if you rather you call it pancake, then yes, we do have the pancake. I can talk to the tavern and say they serve pancakes if they can serve.
What's wrong with your house?
Well, they're.
I'm just saying, if you found me in a forest, I would take you back to my home, not send you to somebody else's house.
Well,
You don't have a home.
he's looking nervous. He's looking hella nervous.
I think what he means is since Takari here is a royal, perhaps a royal should treat a royal like one another?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh god. Please don't let me
because I
not
am
won this
so
bullshit.
Incredibly scary.
Persuasion, you said.
Yep.
19.
Okay. He looks at you. He looks to you and says, "Well, I guess that makes sense. I can see to have our guest rooms prepared for the lots of you."
That would be kindly appreciated.
Yeah. We also kind of own a town, so like maybe we can set up some trade routes.
Oh, really?
Hypothetically, we're royals too. I'm just saying.
I don't.
I'm gonna come into clearance with that one.
He just turns around. Ah! Why are you pointing that at me? Do you still have the bow and arrow knocked at him at this point?
I'm just gonna quickly hide it behind my back.
Okay, so you just quickly just put it back together. How did you get back here? He's looking through his pockets.
We are the owners of Nofliasile. We are trying to actually rebuild it, and we've actually come to speak with your father.
Oh, you mean down south, Nofliasile?
Yes, that would be correct.
Whatever happened? They just like, I don't know if we got them angry and they just shunned us. What happened?
Well, there was an incident that it ended up being, in a way, abandoned and destroyed, pilfered, you could say.
There was hobgoblins.
That.
Oh, hobgoblins. Interesting. And I presume you probably took care of those hobgoblins, and now you're on a mission to bring the town back up to its feet?
You would be correct.
Oh, most certainly. You can. Well, it's gonna be a little complicated. I can explain it on the way over, but we better get going before it gets to before it gets to the moon gets high.
All right, then off we shall go.
I swear to God, if you have moon arthritis as well.
We're surrounded by werewolves.
Where arthritis is prevalent, apparently.
I mean,
let's
my backup
ride.
character is a werewolf.
Who allows caught a gaff to ride the same horse with.
Takari will.
Okay, yeah, he would, as a noble, he would prefer to be with the other noble.
Before that happened,
We just shove him on there with Hugbear.
but before Takari offered, Bob would say, "I have a horse, and I'm."
Oh. What happened to that horse?
We all just gotta look at Hugbear.
I guess I can ride this. Where would you go then, little one?
She'd ride with you. She doesn't
I
take
am
up that
3
much.
feet tall.
That makes sense. Okay. And he just gets on. Ride out, and I will explain. I can explain what's going on.
Do enlighten us.
All right, and so
And they'll continue.
Yep. So you guys make your journey, and he explains and he talks to you. Currently, my father is on vacation at his private lodge a little up north in Eshiubia. But these vacations usually go for 3 to 4 days. He's been gone for a week.
So you think something's happened?
I mean, I don't know. I don't partake in my father's business. I don't know what he's doing.
You are the heir. Is he the only heir, or do I remember him having siblings?
I'll go with the history check that you rolled previously with that 19 and say that he's the only child.
Oh God. You should have more concerns over your country. Especially while your father is away.
Oh, I do.
What were you doing out in the forest in the first place?
I was just frustrated that my father's been back in a while, and some of my friends were not helping.
Have you sent anyone out to go see if he was okay? Have you taken any?
No, there are guards with him, and they take shifts to be with them. And as far as they know, he's been fine.
Have you had any word from him?
No. He's, as far as I know, everything's fine. He hasn't said anything.
I'm gonna kill this guy. Onora's gonna kill this guy.
Onora or Kiki?
Takari's thinking about slapping him.
Onora. Even Onora's getting annoyed with this guy. She just kind of gives him like an "Are you serious?" look, but just shakes her head. Well, can you send word that we are waiting for him?
As soon as we get there, I can have the guard that's heading up there next to send word up.
Okay.
But it will take some time for him to come back. He probably won't come back for probably late the next day.
That's fine. But it is rather urgent that we do speak with your father.
Alright.
Unless you're willing to make important decisions in his stead.
Oh, no, I can't. No, I am not. I don't have the authority. According to my father, I don't have the authority and knowledge and manhood to make such decision yet.
She kind of just whispers under her breath, "I wonder why."
Sorry about your manhood.
Then who is in charge? If
My
your father's
father.
not here?
Well,
If your father's not here,
well, if he's gone, then our head priest is in charge.
May we speak with him in the time being?
Yes, you may, but I'm not sure if he's usually up late when we get there, but we'll see.
If we have to wait till morn, then we shall.
Well, we'll see.
I'm gonna back.
Incompetent prince ever.
I'm gonna back my horse up and ride beside Corra. I'm just gonna whisper to Corra, if Dad's gone, and this guy is gone, maybe Takari can just take over Eshiubia or whatever. You know, like, bam, land increased.
Conquer it for Nofliasile.
I'm just saying, like, there's only 2 of them. One might already be dead. I could get rid of this. I could literally get rid of this one on the road. It would be so. It'd be so easy.
Would Onora hear their whispering?
I
am being kind of. I don't want this guy to hear.
I mean, he's at the back with me.
Hugbear, make a stealth check. Onora, make a perception check. Yeah, Onora, you hear the conversation.
Look at you. Look at you with your 15.
It's not a 1. I'm okay with it. I'm crying.
I could do it so easily. It would be so fast. All of a sudden, Takari is just queen of all the lands.
He seems like he might like that.
Mm.
So you'd have to take him out quick. No playing with your food this time.
Okay, yeah. And then we have to, like, kill all of Takari's family so that they're head of the family.
Onora at this point just shakes her head.
Do you think... Okay. Takari's family kind of seemed like they wanted to get rid of her. Would it be giving her her own land?
I mean...
Be an easy way out.
I mean, I feel like our only 2 options is either Takari marries this guy, or we kill this guy and take it by force.
Is Takari married?
No.
Takari answers. Takari answers out loud, screaming.
I mean, Takari, if you want to make a, is Takari trying to hear out anything?
Wait,
Yes.
I'm actually gonna call that one up front. Hey, Takari, you married?
No. Very much no.
Would you like to be?
Corra, you look over
Got
to
19.
Corra. After you hear Takari says, you look over to the prince, and he sees it you see a little grin comes across on his face.
I'm gonna aim my bow at him and demand to know why he's smiling and what he knows.
What? Oh, it's nothing. It's nothing, really. I'm just happy that I'm still alive and not eaten by that ogre.
I'm gonna roll insight.
Go ahead.
He's heard everything I've said.
Okay.
It's 22.
Yeah, it's not the full truth.
Oh, he lying.
Spill it.
You get a sense that the smile came up after Takari said no, she's not married.
Oh God.
I'm gonna.
Oh God.
Her just face palms and she's like, she can already
I'm
tell
gonna
that.
whisper, do you think we could get a dowry? Since he wants to marry her. Like a good one.
How many goats do you think we could get for Takari?
How many goats?
We could marry her off and then get rid of him.
That's true.
Onora's just gonna at this point just turn behind herself and just go, enough, you two. Silence. Both of you.
But
It's a good plan. We'd get resources.
think
It's
of
like
all-
an absolute last resort.
but it's still an option. So that's nice to hear.
At this point, they're probably like talking out loud because Onora was not quiet about that at all. It's still vague as hell, but you know, just like enough.
Onora,
Oh my-
Hugbear and I, as her parents, do have a right.
You know what? You know what? Fine, do as you will. I follow or don't follow. I'm heading on, and she just kind of rides to the front.
You see the prince look at two of you
crying.
and says, I'm uncertain that a bugbear and a human can make a high elf.
I'm gonna I would
Onora
like to
just wants
roll
to zap him.
intimidate. Actually, no. I would like to
If
roll
you're not going to
deception
do something, I
and go through
will.
this long spiel about how it could scientifically happen.
Sure, go ahead.
I am literally
And I-
crying.
And I just nod the whole time.
He does not believe you.
Wow, he has some smarts to him. He's not completely an idiot.
Oh,
It's-
Nora's by this point is at the front of the.
Away from whatever's happening.
She's at the
With
very front.
Takari. Takari is like, nope, already on her horse and already riding on her way.
Alright, and you guys eventually, it's about, you do eventually by sunset get to the main city of Eshiubia.
Okay.
And as you get to the front gates, you see an older looking female, look to be in sort of like a combination of like nurse garb that was like back in the 1500s, and it's sort of like more of a nurse's garb. She looks up to you and says, "It's just as she looks over and she sees your nearly acquainted friend, and says, "Oh, Codgaff, where were you? You were late. We were sick. We thought you have gone and possibly we thought you were in trouble. What? I am so very sorry for whatever trouble Prince Codgaff has ever done and whatever he has dragged you into."
No trouble.
Absolutely none.
And Codgaff eventually gets off, starts walking towards this woman, says, "Zoro, I am very," and she just slaps him. "What if I told you about going out on your own?"
Whoa. He was out there slaying ogres. So before you start slapping him around,
Make a deception check.
I'm gonna do the same gag at every castle I go to.
Oh
Can
no!
I assist by like reassuring it?
Do you have proficiency in deception?
I would also like to assist.
Okay, with Corra's help, you can either roll deception along with Hugbear, or you can give Hugbear advantage.
Just go for it.
I was just gonna give Hugbear advantage.
All right,
Okay.
so
I have expertise. Would you like me to roll, or would you like to roll?
Go for it. Like I already have a 17.
well, because Hugbear already rolled, then it's you just roll a normal roll.
Just assist in my lying.
Yep, and so, alright, so you roll deception then. Yeah, she just looks at you and said, "I don't think the prince can take on monsters with a simple dagger," as she looks over to her. "I didn't want to carry a short sword. I didn't want people to really think I was the prince." And he says, "Well, the next time you should go out there and be more protected. God, what do you think your father would say?"
Oh, they didn't believe my bullshit at all.
No.
Okay.
That must be a high roll then.
Anyways, we were promised a meal.
And a place to stay.
I get. He's just. For now, yes. Yes. Okay. What was his deal? What did he promise?
Pancakes in the morning.
Just to stay in the palace until the king arrives.
Pancakes? You mean flapjacks?
I swear
Yes.
to God. I will.
I'm
Corra?
gonna whisper to
Sorry, we'll
Hugbear.
say same thing.
I
Going
would
to
like
whisper
to
in her
wait.
You promised marriage to our child?
And yeah, definitely that.
Was that the only thing he promised was breakfast in the morning?
No, he stated that we'd have we'd be using your spare rooms until the king arrives.
All right. I guess. All right. Follow me. Welcome to Eshiubia. Sorry, you got the sidetracked introduction, and looks over towards the prince. You see, he looks embarrassed. And you guys ride into the initial gate into Eshiubia. We're going to take a break. Don't worry, Evan, I was eyeing the clock.
Thanks, buddy.
Yep, so we're going to take a quick 10-minute break, and we'll come back and get you guys acquainted with Eshiubia.
I don't know.
You guys can go if you want. I can stick with chat initially, if you guys need to go off and do something.
I can stick around a little bit longer. I don't need to go
Okay.
just yet.
How is chat doing? How is chat enjoying this? How is chat enjoying this session? Hope you guys are liking it, because this has certainly been an interesting one.
I honestly don't want my character being married off. Like, Takari's not one to get married, and I'm just sitting here like,
You
oh
just,
God.
hey, Corra, I'm married. No.
Like, that sounds like her parents trying to marry her off to somebody already. So she's like, God dang it.
I don't want this life. I don't
Not
want...
you, guys, you.
Not you. All right. Well, now that everyone's back, shall we pick up where we left off?
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right. And so you guys are being led into the city of Eshiubia. And as you ride it initially, as soon as you enter the gates, to the right you see there are stables, and the stable master gladly takes the horses and takes all 5 horses and takes them into care, and you get a little bit of mostly get a tour of what you guys see on the main road as you learn Zorel is leading you guys with Codgaff sort of forced at her side. It was just like, and so yes, and here, and it's like, here's where the marketplace is, here's where our blacksmith is, and if you look over there, it reports to like a much bigger building. A little bit of a, not much bigger, but like slightly bigger building. That is where our tavern is. If you ever want to swing by, and
Cora's gonna make direct eye contact with Hugbear. Just like, thoughts later?
Hell yeah.
And eventually she takes you to a much bigger, and she takes you to the road. It's like, well, and here you see on our right we have the church. We have our main church in which the head priest Trudor sort of leads. It's the Church of Pelor, which is I'm pretty sure is a sun god. You'll probably have to ask him. And over here, just across the street, is the house of Sternhair, and where you guys are going to be staying for tonight.
Okay. How do these guys look as well off as Takari's family?
Compared, you can tell Eshiubia is slightly the way Eshiubia looks, it's slightly not as kept up as Hestein is.
So we don't want our daughter to
From the sounds of it, ours would be a great boon.
And she takes you all inside, and she takes you all inside, and says, like as I'm pretty sure Kadef has explained, currently our king, his father, Golvan, is currently taking a little vacation, a little longer vacation, up at his private cabin up north.
And he hasn't come back. Is anybody concerned?
I'm sure that he is fine, as there's no word of danger from him. So,
well, if everybody's dead, who's to get the word out, right?
What do you mean? And after she asks that, you see one of the servants says, my lady, this came in from one of the guards that came back from his shift. And she takes it and opens up and reads it and says, it would appear that he's going to be, it appears he's going to be taking a longer vacation.
I want to insight check the guard who just handed the letter. Like, that
guard-
seemed very convenient.
The guard's not there. It was a wait staff that handed the note to her.
Then the wait staff guy. I'm insight checking.
All right, go ahead and cite the wait staff.
I'd like to insight check Miss Chickadee.
Yeah.
Zorel?
Yeah.
Go ahead and insight check her. Hugbear, you don't sense anything off of we'll get to that. You don't sense anything off of the waitstaff. As for Onora, she is telling. She seems to be. She's telling the truth. Yeah, she doesn't look to be lying. Takari, who are you insight checking?
The lady.
Zorel.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, once again, she doesn't seem to be She doesn't seem to be lying.
Does she recognize Takari at all?
She doesn't seem to recognize you.
Okay.
Well, if I may ask, what were you doing before you found the idiotic prince of Eshiubia?
Well,
We're actually on our way here. We're in a diplomatic position, rebuilding Nofliasile.
Oh, rebuilding Nofliasile. Okay. I'm guessing you were looking to talk to our king, I suppose.
Indeed.
Oh, well,
if
sadly,
he's not dead.
well. Takari, make a perception check.
Okay. 17.
So after you mention saying hope he isn't dead, you sense a slight hesitation from her.
Aha.
He says, well, I certainly hope he isn't dead either. So if our waitstaff will guide you all upstairs, and I can assure you that that this morning you will see flapjacks, or pancakes as you call it, will be served to you for breakfast.
What do you mean flapjacks?
As I said, as we call it flapjacks, you call it pancakes.
I'm just saying you probably shouldn't call him an idiot prince anymore because he could be king tomorrow.
Anyway, so everyone head upstairs so allow them to show in the rooms, and that's where you will be staying. Unless there's is there any specific room anyone wanted to sleep with someone, or separate rooms?
Do these rooms have big enough beds for me?
I'm sure there's a room that could probably fit you, and probably only you in that bed.
I call dibs.
Also have at least a couch in it?
Yes, every guest room comes with a lawn chair. Yeah.
You and I are bunking together.
And eventually you guys discuss who's rooming with whom, and the wait staff come down and bring you up and show you guys to your rooms. And actually, Takari, as you're passing one of the rooms to be shown your room, you pass by one of the rooms and you glance over in one of the rooms, and you see writing on one of the desks there, you recognize Elmar, your oldest brother.
She'd be kind of like stunned, knowing that she pretty much almost died the day before. Wait, you said it was a note?
No, he's sitting there writing.
He's sitting there writing, and you see Elmar writing something in one of the guest rooms.
She's gonna knock on the edge of the door before she goes into her room and like, what are you doing here? I thought you were dealing with father.
Oh, he looks up. Oh, hi, Takari. While you were gone, while you were off doing your business in Nofliasile, I was sent to make business with the king here.
What did you find out?
Well, I haven't really gotten to talk to him yet. When I got here, he was 2 days into his vacation, and it's been about 4 or 5 days since I've been sitting here waiting. I have not.
What can you tell me about the lady?
Miss Zora?
Yeah, her.
Oh, well, she...
Because when I mentioned, hopefully he's not dead, there was a slight hesitation when she replied.
We mean slight hesitation.
When I said the words, I hope he's not dead, she hesitated with a reply.
I'm sure she's just as worried about him as we are about his estate, but she is, after all, the head nurse, so naturally you would think that she's just as part of her occupation, she's just always curious, always worried about the king's state when it comes to health.
That might be true, but something seems off about this place.
Well, if you're gonna go off looking around, don't get yourself in trouble. Because you getting in trouble would possibly reflect the deal I'm hoping to make here.
I'm actually here on business myself.
Oh. Well, let's hope that one of us gets to see him then.
Have you heard of what has happened from Nofliasile?
No.
Well, that's kind of why I left, or was sent away.
Oh?
Father received a mail with my name on it, and all it said was go to Nofliasile. Went there and kind of defeated a hobgoblin.
Yeah, I heard from one of the brothers that you somehow took out the whole gang single-handedly.
I had help and got very lucky.
Interesting. As is like he stopped writing at this point. He's just looking at you curiously. Who knew that the youngest sibling was able to take on a whole gang of hobgoblins all by herself?
To be fair, we have a Hugbear along with us. Or Bugbear.
Both.
A bugbear.
Yeah. He fights well.
Well, I certainly hope he does. Especially, well, is he as strong as a warrior as you are? Taking as I heard, taking a whole gang of hobgoblins by yourself.
Yes, especially when he's fighting in Oni.
Yeah, oh, so he took out an Oni.
And an ogre.
Oh, yeah, he sounds pretty strong. Well, I hate to interrupt our little reunion here, but I must get back to work.
Yeah, I suppose I better get going myself.
Yep, well, don't get in trouble, and just goes back to writing.
I'm planning on it, but sure.
And you're taken to a room that's next, not across the hall, but next to his room.
Can I send Onora to, like, just scout out information?
If you want to, sure.
Yeah. Do I need to roll for that, or?
Yeah, I would say have you roll investigation check using your cat stats.
That's my cat stat. Okay. Oh. I don't think my cat has a investigation.
No, just roll. It's just basically it means it just doesn't have proficiency in investigation. So just roll intelligence then.
Roll intelligence.
Yep, using the cat stats.
He's not very smart. I don't think there's a modifier with it.
What's the cat's intelligence?
I think the modifier is -4.
Let me take a look here. Yes, -4. So,
okay.
Just roll a d20 and then we'll subtract 4 from it. Okay, 7. Okay, so your cat goes out and looks around.
I specifically want him to be searching for any information about the king.
Okay. Alright, so he goes out and searches around. Alright, and At this point, it's post sunset, so I'll say it's like about 8 o'clock. So, anybody want to do anything for the night, or do people just go to sleep?
We're going to breaks.
Hugbear, you go first.
Oh, sorry. Corra and I are going for breaks. If anybody else wants to join us.
Yeah. Alright.
Onora will join them later at the tavern, but she's going to use her sending stone to talk to Emerald.
Okay, so... Alright, so
Pop will go to the tavern.
Alright.
Hey.
Takari?
Kari's probably just gonna stay in the palace, but
Okay. For just, peruse.
Like, just to walk into the tavern, me and Hugbear on either side of Bob holding her hands like she's our child. So we can try and get the children's discount. Kids eat free on Tuesdays, right?
It's half price wings.
Christ. Yeah, you try to pull off this act, and they just look at the two of you. They look at two of you. They look at Bob, and they just go, "Nice try." I'll give you guys.
Bob has furry ears, so there's the bugbear part, and a tail.
There's a distinct difference between a fox and a bugbear.
They don't
She's
know.
adopted.
Fine. They're an adult, and we're gonna get them trashed.
They found me in a box.
And while you guys are trying to get the family discount, which looks to be that you're not going to get it, let's go over to Onora.
All right, so Nora's gonna go ahead and do her nightly journaling, notating everything, and her suspicions that there is something going on with the king.
Okay.
And then she's gonna pull out her sending stone, and she's gonna say, "Evening, mentor. Are you well?"
It takes a little bit, then you hear her go, good evening. You just woke me up from my rest. How are you doing?
I am doing well, she says kind of hesitantly.
Well, it doesn't sound like you're fully well. Is everything all right?
I do have a question. Do you know any information on however the heck you say the thingy?
Eshiubia?
Eshiubia.
Yeah, Eshiubia. Do you have any information on Eshiubia? Have you heard anything?
It takes a couple seconds, and he says, no, I haven't heard anything from Eshiubia. All that I heard is that the king is a good guy. But that's just from other people talking who've been up there. So
there's something strange going on here. Not quite sure what, however.
You get a response saying, "It's Zykrand. Everything in every place there is something going wrong."
She chuckles and replies with, "True, that is true. However, the king has been missing, per se, for longer than he normally would. The staff puts me off."
You get a reply saying, "Missing as if he just disappeared, like no one knows where he went, and I'm not. And what makes you worry about the staff?" And that's where you get the cutoff.
She ponders for a moment before responding. And she's like, supposed vacation, but unusual length of time. Staff seems wary.
Well, if I was a staff member of the king, working under the king, I too would be worried about his health. But extended vacation sets... I mean, he was probably just tired of dealing with whatever's going on over there.
Wouldn't blame him with their incompetent prince.
I've heard that he's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
He's not even the dullest one either.
I take it you met him?
Unfortunately.
How much of a dunce is he, as I've heard?
All the rumors are true, and then some.
Ah, well.
I fear for their well-being.
Well, he is young, so maybe he just needs to eventually heal. I would hope he would grow up at some point, seeing that he's still young.
Old enough to know better. Well, enjoy your rest. I will contact you once again later.
Alright, well, stay safe.
As you were.
And you feel the disconnection you feel the disconnection from your mentor.
She kind of gives like a slightly annoyed sigh, hoping to get more information than what she actually got, and then proceeds to go to the tavern with the rest of everyone else who went.
Okay. You catch up with Hugbear, Corra, and Bop as they're sitting around at the table with drinks and with a side snack, which Hugbear, Corra, and Bop you got for free, as you managed to convince him about a quote unquote child's discount.
Very good parents for giving alcohol to our small one. We think.
No, but Bop has water.
I had water.
I'm just casually drinking also clear liquor, so I'd have Bob chug her water, then I put a little bit in.
Make a sleight of hand check.
I gotta see this. $18.
Yeah, none of the staff or the bartender notices you slipping a little concoction for your quote-unquote child.
I'm the best mom. Confirmed. I might have left the other child, but this one's getting taken care of.
Or Takari.
All liquored up. All liquored up.
I'm just saying, I just rewrote its song in chat, so let's just appreciate that.
Alright, and so, anything else you guys want to do before we say you guys retreat to your respective rooms and call it an evening?
After not killing my little friend, want to play darts again?
Yes.
Bob, you want in on this?
I think after a few sips of what Corra was drinking, Bob's probably just gonna be leaning on the table. He's kind of like very chill, very like trying not to fall asleep.
You're sort of the sleepy drunk.
I just watch.
Anytime like any waiter passes by, shh, she's trying to take a nap. Nap time.
She's 4. Let her take a nap.
Alright, do you guys want to? What are we gonna roll to see who wins this game?
I think we made like 3 rolls, and whoever had the highest.
You like rolled like D4s, I think, or
No, I think they were full D20s.
3 decks. So
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Alright, so...
Oh, okay.
Alright, so, who would like to roll? Who goes first? Who throws the first start?
I went first last time. So
Okay, so Hugbear, make a dexterity check. Okay, 20. Corra, make a dexterity check.
I
14.
want in on this.
Okay, Hugbear, make your second throw.
Wait, if Onora came and joined us, Onora can play with us.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, so Onora, roll your first throw.
We're rolling dex.
Yep. Dex checks.
Kill me.
You miss the board.
Kill me.
No, you got to hit the board.
Alright, okay, so Corra, make your second dexterity check. Alright, you just, okay. And Onora, make your second dex check. Okay. So in the first round goes to Bugbear, and the second round goes, well, it's a tie between Onora and Bugbear. And once again, Bugbear, make your third and final dexterity check.
Oh.
Damn.
You throw the dart, you miss the board, and you hit someone's cup, and it just sticks into the wooden cup.
At least
And he looks up,
Wake
"Hey!"
What do you want?
Make an intimidation check.
How does Hugbear have a -1 on intimidation?
No charm. No charm at all.
Yeah, he just
It's Christmas.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said it.
he just takes the dart and drunkenly throws it at you, but just it stops right in front of him because he kind of throws it down instead of forward. Don't throw your darts at don't throw the darts at people. There's a board for a reason. All right. Corra, make your second dexterity check.
Bob is dead.
Okay. And Onora, make your third dex check.
Pop is sleeping.
And
Hey, dirty 20.
It's because she's the sober one.
Onora and so Hugbear and a little surprisingly Onora, so Hugbear and Onora tie in this game. Tie for first. And then Corra's sort of like third.
I say Hugbear and Onora should roll one more time.
Child. I'm sorry.
Tiebreaker shot.
Okay. Alright. Okay, and then Onora. By one
God damn it!
literally by 1 point, Hugbear gets the victory.
I'm the greatest in all things.
Jesus Christ. Didn't you win last time too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I win everything.
Jesus Christ.
This is my MO.
The game is called I Win.
The game is called I Win.
And fuck everyone else.
Hugbear
don't-
always wins.
The rules are I win.
Something catches on fire if I don't. I don't know.
I mean, there's always Firebolt.
Oof.
Cora's gonna start making her way back to the room, but I'm going to, like, with practiced ease, like I do this all the time at home, I'm just gonna take Bob and, like, hurl her across my shoulders, like, wrap her around, like, my back to carry her back, like I do for my kid.
Okay. So you carry Bob back to your respective rooms.
Bob is asleep. Bob's gone.
I just, like, make a little sling for her, you know?
Hugbear and Onora?
Good game.
Another drink?
Yeah, sure. At
Anora's
some
gonna
point, I
get
need
them
to make
another drink.
Constitution saves.
Alright. Sure. As you take one more drink, make Constitution saving throws to see if you're.
when they're important.
All right. As for Onora. Okay. Both of you get drunk, but Hugbear is just wasted.
Fantastic.
And Onora, you feel like a relaxed, numbing sensation.
I'm probably going to fall asleep here.
And as you say that, you just you collapse onto the table, drunk, passed out.
Kind of curious on something.
Does Onora do anything?
Corra's probably out of her range at this point.
Yeah, Corra has taken Bop back at this point.
I think Onora is going to leave Hugbear where he is because Onora cannot carry Bugbear. Bugbear would squish Onora.
I mean, you can always try. You can try to take him over. It's an athletic.
You could
Well,
always come get his best
well, what is your how much can you drag?
How do I find that? I haven't been able to find that.
Go to your equipment.
Equipment.
Click on the number that says I guess your current weight capacity currently, or on the top left there.
Weight carried.
Yep, and then on the right, on the pop-up window, there should be two numbers.
Carrying capacity is 150. Push, drag, or lift is 300.
Okay. Bugbear, how much do you weigh plus your equipment?
Like 372 pounds.
Yeah, you figure you're not gonna be able to drag this guy.
Unless I've lost some weight, fighting all these
Well,
things.
I can let you roll an athletics check if you want to try.
I'm gonna do it just for shiggles and gits.
All right.
Wake up with a shiner.
With my +0. Are you freaking?
My God!
Are you serious?
Okay. You go to lift Bugbear, and you pull over next, and you know he was heavy, but you were kind of curious as if you can do so. You pull him over, and extra momentum takes it. Momentum is slightly greater than what he expected, and crashes on top of you, and you go, and you black out. With Hugbear on top of you. Oh my God.
That's like Nat 1 number 7 or something like
There's been
that.
so many Nat 1s tonight.
And I haven't rolled any of them.
Corra, take back your dice luck, damn it.
And so, with Onora and so with the way the situation is, Bop, and I'm guessing Corra probably sleeps in for the night. Unless Corra does something, because you don't know what's happening here.
No, I'm gonna be a little pissy and take the big bed. But...
Okay, so you take the big bed, and then Takari's gonna presumably just sleep in her room.
She would probably been trying to wander around a little bit.
Okay, and as you approach,
she'd probably go to the tavern for a little bit, knowing that people were there.
Okay, so as you walk in, you see Hugbear collapse on top of Onora.
Do you guys need help?
No response.
We're out cold.
No response.
Oh, okay. Could I use levitate on one of them to bring them back and drag the other?
You could. You can do so, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna cast levitate on Hugbear.
All right, and suddenly you touch him, and he just floats in midair as the one or two other sort of drunks will look up and go, "Whoa," and then just go back to passing out.
Like, I tie, like, part of my rope to myself and tie Hugbear's foot, like, to the rope so that I can take him along like a balloon.
Okay.
And then I drag Onora back to the castle.
Okay. Nora, how much do you weigh plus your equipment?
$212?
Okay. All right.
I can drag 330.
Okay. Oh yeah, perfectly. So good. I'm not gonna let you roll an athletics check. And so you carry along a levitating Hugbear and sort of like it with I guess Onora over your one shoulder, and as you take the two of them back inside and put it back on their respective rooms. So I guess you probably put Onora in her... I don't know, it takes up to 10 minutes. I'll say you have enough time to put Onora in her room first, and then you go over to Hugbear and Corra's room.
Yes.
Corra, you see Takari walk in.
Dead asleep. No, I am dead asleep in the middle of the big bed.
Okay. Okay, so you see Corra asleep on the bed. What do you do with you got about 20 seconds left with this spell at this point.
I just push him next to the bed.
All right, and so you sort of shove, you sort of just try to push Corra aside while she's still asleep, and then just hover Hugbear in the right place, and you break the concentration. You just hear thump as Hugbear just lands on the bed. And, yeah.
And then she's gonna shake her head and then just go back to her room.
Alright, you do so. You just head back to your room and, sleep. And, long rest. And you guys wake up in your rooms. Hugbear, you passed out in the tavern. Now you wake up in the room next. You wake up in the bed next to Corra and Onora. You were knocked out when Hugbear landed on top of you, and you're now awake in your room.
I just like wake up momentarily, rumble at Hugbear, oh, you made it home, and then just like turn back over away from him. Just go right back to bed.
How about no?
Onora's gonna get up and seek food.
Alright, you head down to the main dining area, and you see there are stacks among stacks of pancakes.
Onora rolls her eyes.
Alright. What do the rest of you do?
Takari would have probably try to look for Theodore to see if he got or like.
Okay. Yeah. I'll say you wake up and you see a cat just sitting there, staring up at you.
I see what he gathered for information about the king.
He doesn't seem to have heard or learned of anything.
I just give him a little scruff pat on his head and tell him to keep looking.
Okay. And yeah, he just goes back out exploring.
And then she's gonna go downstairs, well, stop at her brother's room to make sure that he comes down to eat too, because he's oftentimes running away and not eating beforehand.
You go up to him and say, mention about breakfast. He just goes, I guess I haven't eaten in a while, so I guess I might as well, since you're here, I might as well grab breakfast. And he gets up and starts walking down.
And then she's gonna go down and eat breakfast herself.
Alright. Hugbear, you wake up to a familiar, fluffy, food-like smell.
I sit up. I look over.
Your head is pounding.
Yeah. I look down to make sure I'm wearing clothes.
Yep, you're wearing whatever you're wearing the same thing as you always do.
Okay. Like, do you have? Where's your water skin?
I'm just gonna like blindly like point behind me, kind of like towards like the bedside table, and it's gonna be there.
I'm going to drink my water skin. I'm going to drink their water skin.
Dry.
Dry.
just.
Usually, I like to drink water before I go to sleep. This is gonna affect my whole day. But I smell pancakes or fucking flapjacks. Let's go.
I'm gonna say that this hangover, you're going to have disadvantage on. You're gonna have disadvantage on mental checks. So you have disadvantage on anything involving intelligence, wisdom, and charisma.
Everything the party was relying on me for. I'm gonna go get my pancakes. You coming?
But this effect will only last for, I'll say, 2 hours.
Okay. I'm gonna be eating pancakes for the next
like,
2 hours.
But like with the blanket around me.
Okay, you're just gonna walk down to the dining room with a blanket.
Yeah.
Okay, as you're walking down with the blanket, you get a few side looks from the wait staff as they.
I'm gonna glare at each one of them that looks at me funny.
And you look back and then they just go, ugh, and just go back to what they were working on.
And this morning, I'm gonna give Hugbear like 70% of my food, instead of just like the normal like quarter.
All right. And you guys eat at the dining room. You also see that Codgaff and Zorel is also there. Eat along with you, and you also see walk in a human male who looks to be wearing priest or like priest-like clothing, you know, the white robe and the little tattered cloth that comes around the shoulders, goes around the neck and comes down the shoulders. Anyone want to make a religion check as they see a symbol on his clothing?
My rolls have been shit, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
I will make one too.
Go ahead.
Did you say religion?
Religion. You will have disadvantage.
21.
Hugbear.
God,
I think
never
only
heard
because
of
I think
him.
it's hilarious.
I have an 18.
Bugbear and Hugbear and Corra. These are good pancakes.
These are the best.
These are good pancakes. As for Onora and Takari, you recognize the symbol as the symbol for the god Pelor, who is the god of the sun and hope.
I formally introduce myself as Takari Elwig, daughter of Iliren, Elwig, and Kathra.
Oh,
Born in...
from Hestein.
That is correct.
Oh, well, welcome to Eshiubia. I am Truldor. I am the head priest of the church that's right across the road.
I heard you were the one in charge while the king was away.
Yes. The king has said that whenever he goes on, every time the king goes on vacation, he doesn't trust his, he doesn't trust his son to rule at his current age, and says he trusts me to rule.
I can see why.
Yes, I am amongst the oldest here. I am amongst the oldest here, and so I'm more familiar with how things work around here, and so yeah, he trusts me.
How old does the son look?
Like I said, 17, 18.
Okay, baby.
Do you happen to know when the king will be back?
No, he's usually back a couple days early, but he's usually back 4 days early, but let's see, what is today? Today is, I think, the 17th of Prakurv, and so he's been gone since the 9th. Yeah, he's at that point, he would have been back by the 13th, but...
Has this ever happened before in the past?
The king has the king has had a habit of taking vacations up at his personal cabin every now and then, but, there's never been one this long.
And none of you have thought to send people out there to check on them?
That is why we have guards going up there periodically for shifts to make sure that he is okay. And, they haven't reported anything bad, as far as I know, so...
Perhaps we should head up there ourselves to meet the king.
I don't know about that. I'm sure that he is fine, and,
Can I insight him when he says, I think he's fine?
Go ahead, and,
Can I as well?
Go ahead, and, as he says, okay, I'll let the insights roll first.
I got a fucking 9.
I got 12.
Freaking hell.
Nothing suspicious, nothing weird. But as he says, I'm not sure about going up, you hear from Kadagath saying, you know what? Yes, let us go up and visit father.
There you go. We'll escort him there so that way he gets there. She pauses briefly, safely.
Alright, fine, I guess take him up. You can, it's directly north. It'll take about 3 hours on horse to get over there.
And can we please get this child a sword instead of a dagger?
No, he has a sword. He just chooses to be uncooperative and rather take the dagger. And looks over to Kadagath. I insist that you bring a proper weapon this time. And you hear Zoro go, I agree. And gives him a sick guy.
Onora's just gonna look at the kid and be straight up, look, if you don't take an actual weapon, you're staying here.
I'm gonna whisper to Bob.
Are you trying to intimidate him? Or are you just...
Not necessarily intimidation, she's just like...
Okay.
Very serious about it, just like...
He looks around. Alright, fine, I will make sure I have my sword next time.
If not, I'm gonna zap you.
Or there's also fire, but yeah.
Zap's a little less harmful.
Okay, I said I would make sure I bring the sword, okay?
Good
God,
boy.
you don't have to torture me or... and, finishes up breakfast and excuses himself.
Children.
Whose syrup is better?
What do you mean?
Who has the best pancake syrup?
So far.
Flapjack syrup.
They're both equally good, but I think Hess Science is slightly more satisfying. I guess what I can say is Hess Science syrup doesn't leave you in much of a sticky fingers as this place has. Because I assume you're just grabbing and shoving.
Yeah.
Yeah. The syrup here is a little more sticky.
Do they store theirs in a way that I can take it with me?
You can ask around.
What kind of containers do they come in is what he's asking.
Consider you could just.
These containers look smaller than the ones in Headstein, because it seems this is probably like a one. They think it's a one-time thing that this is gonna happen.
Hugbear, the syrup thief.
I drink it. If I can't lid it and take it with me, I drink it.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Hangover and drinking freaking syrup. Oh my
Honestly,
god.
It should cancel the hangover.
You said Constitution?
Constitution.
Oh, it shouldn't be at a disadvantage, I don't think.
You pass either way.
Still nice.
By the way,
It's a little. It's like I said, sticky, so it's a little rough to just swallow it on its own, and like a good amount of it. But yeah, you managed to do so. I'll say it takes you about like 30. It'll take you about 20 seconds to do it.
Great.
by the way, Bop woke up perfectly fine and has been shoveling food in her mouth the whole time, just ignoring everything.
Okay. Got you. All right. Anything else you want to do after breakfast before you start heading off to this private little cabin?
Are there any dangers between here and there we should know about? And what do we do if he's dead?
You hear from Zor-El says, well, I assure you, there is a path. The path you'll be riding that Cutoff will be taking you is the safest path there are no... I'm sure the only thing that rides on that road is the soldiers and the king and the prince. So there are no beasts or creatures. And, well, as for the king being dead, I don't know, honestly, but I certainly hope we don't come to that.
Alright.
Hugbear, make an insight check.
I'm gonna roll it again because I'm still at disadvantage. Eight.
Yeah, you don't notice anything. Hangover's still there a little bit.
Alright, well.
Can I insight?
Were you listening to the conversation?
She would be.
I'm not quiet.
Make an insight check. Sure.
Can I do one as well?
We don't need it.
Hey!
Takari, were you
Never
also...
mind.
Takari, will you also try and listen into this conversation? Never mind? Okay.
Never.
You... As she's trying to think... As she's trying to answer... As she's trying to answer about if the king is there or not, you sense that this is not the first time she has been thinking about that scenario. And she seems to already know something.
Onora's quiet for the most part. She'll kind of just observe her behavior at this point.
Okay. Besides that one moment of like trying to answer that question, she seems to be not as hesitant or weird.
Hugbear was gonna have a follow-up in that. Are you sure we want to bring the only heir up to a potential trap?
We could also bring my brother. He's great with a sword.
Let's just bring all the heirs to one little building.
I would say only. I think your brother is. I think. Oh, that's your brother?
Elmar is my brother. Yeah.
Oh,
He's
well,
the oldest brother.
he's told us to not disturb him as he works. And so I don't think he would want to join you on this journey. And,
He's always looking for a fight.
And as I said, I assure you, there is nothing else along that path.
Yeah, sure. Great.
I'm gonna put all the leftover dry pancakes in my bag.
Alright.
I'm gonna fill up our water skins.
That too.
Alright.
How many pancakes do I get?
Roll... Roll me... as I'm actually considering what kind of roll... Make... Just, roll me a D10.
That's fair.
Kunzi,
Yes.
I DM'd you.
You find a singular pancake.
I'm gonna put it in my bag for positive reinforcement for Hugbear later on down the line.
Onora's gonna go ahead and excuse herself and go to her room and pack.
Okay. Alright, and you can go off ahead and do what you need to do. Onora will now be an NPC for the next time being.
Yeah.
And yeah. And so eventually you guys pack up, get things ready. Hugbear, your hangover's gone at this point. As it is about 11 a.m.
Sure. Is there a place in this place that I can buy some rations?
You ask, and they say that there's a general store that's nearby.
All right. Just for speed's sake, can I just say I buy like 8?
How many?
8.
Okay. Let me just take a look at the price of rations here.
D&D Beyond says 1 gold per.
How much?
1 gold per. Oh, sorry, 0.5.
It's fine. It's a gold for 2 days of rations. So you buy. So it'll cost you 4 gold to buy 8 days of rations.
Perfect. Cool.
Okay.
Thanks, bud.
Yep. And so you gather your things, and you see that, and you get your horses escorted to you guys, and you see Kodgaff walks out, and you see he does have his sword this time.
Good. I did
But it looks a little more ornate.
You sure you don't want one of these? And I show him one of the great swords that I took off Hobgoblin.
No, thank you. I should be fine with this. I am more comfortable with my short sword than that.
Is it even sharp?
Yes, I assure you, it is sharp. And he pulls it out, and it looks like it's either well kept or barely used.
I'm just saying Takari has a bigger sword than you. Let's go.
He just sheaves the sword, grumbling under his breath, and gets on his horse and says, "Well then, I guess I'll ride it. Should I take us to my father's private estate?"
Yes.
All right, and let's head out. And you guys ride up north, and it'll take to the safe path, which unfortunately, when you were first told it was going to take 3 hours, that's what you're going to take the unsafe path. But because you're taking the safe path here, it's about, I would say it's about like 11:30 when you guys leave. This path takes about 5 hours. Because this path is a little longer and out of the way, but it's looks to be safe. Because on your way, you've not run into anything. Except maybe a guard or two that comes back down or passes you. Sort of like, yeah, that's a town guard.
just as we pass, I imagine our friend says something to the guards, and I would just insight check and make sure that they weren't like, "Oh shit."
What do you mean? Oh shit.
And oh shit, the prince and a bunch of people are about to find out that the king is dead.
Okay.
Oh no,
Roll
we're hiding a body.
Roll insight. You don't get anything. They seem fine. No suspicion.
I would also like to do the same.
Go ahead.
We took a long rest, did we?
Yes, you took a long rest.
Okay.
Um,
The amount of reason I didn't mark my spell slot.
Maybe you had to do the last time.
okay. Corra. You do sense that the guards do seem to be up to something.
I'm gonna whisper to Hugbear and be like, did you notice that?
No.
And explain that I'm pretty sure the guards are up to no good.
I'm going to hop the hell off my horse and grab a damn guard.
Okay.
Subtle.
I grab them literally by the back of their armor.
Make an athletics check.
Oh, it's not with advantage, sorry. So it's just 11.
Okay. You barely manage to, but you do manage to get the guard. It takes a little bit harder time, but you do manage to just pull. You manage to get him off balance and get him off the horse. And yeah, guys, you just see Hugbear get off the horse and grab the passing guard by the back of his armor and just pull him off.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Hugbear. Friends, not food.
My friend here says you're up to no goddamn good.
What do you mean up to no? Who are you? What business do you have heading towards the king? Then you hear behind your shoulder, you hear a Kogaf saying, "We're here to see my father." Oh, Prince Kadef. And you see Kadef goes, "What is going on?" Oh, yes, Takari?
Can I use detect thoughts as a spell?
Sure. Make a okay. What does he need to make a roll?
I can. You need me to?
No, did they make a roll?
Do I make a roll? Is there a save on detect thought?
I'm reading the thing right now.
I just posted it.
You can initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature, but then you have to, if you want to dig deeper, they have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so you you cast a spell. Do you just do it out loud, or do you want to try to do it when the guard's not hearing it?
I'm gonna do it quietly so that like they don't necessarily see me.
Make a stealth check.
Okay. I am good at those. Not good at those. 16.
I mean, to be fair, I'm
Okay.
right in his face.
All right. Yeah. I'll give you advantage since he's a little more preoccupied with Hugbear pulled him off the ground. He's a little bit disoriented from that.
So another stealth.
Yeah, make another stealth because you're doing it with an advantage.
Okay, that's better. There's 23.
Okay, so yeah, he doesn't see you cast the spell, and initially the first spell, the first thing you get is what the fuck is going on.
Like, I want to know what he was going to, or like before Hugbear like kind of picked him up, I think. If I can.
Oh, what was he thinking before Hugbear pulled him off?
Yeah, about the king, or...
Like I said, it's just surface thoughts, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it says.
Before he got pulled off, you just hear him think, can't wait to go home. Can't wait to go home and see my family. What?
Anything about the king at all?
As he mentions, what did Hugbear say?
What the hell are you up to?
And you do hear in his head, does he know? Yeah, Takari, you hear the initial thought you hear when Hugbear asks, "What are you up to?" Yeah, you hear the guard say, "I hope he doesn't know."
What? I mean, somebody's got to give more. Otherwise, I can't just keep beating this guy up.
Takari's gonna probably step forward, and look puzzled. What don't you want him to know?
He looks over. He looks over to you and feel. You can read my mind, and you hear the initial thoughts of. You hear the thoughts of shit. I'm fucked.
As soon as he says that, I take
no,
and raise.
Hugbear, you didn't hear the shit. I'm fucked.
No, but as soon as
all you heard was All you heard from him was
from Takari.
What you hear from the guard is you can read my mind, and then she heard his surface thought being shit. I'm fucked.
Yeah, but I heard Takari say, "What don't you want us to know?"
Okay, gotcha.
Saying, oh shit, I can hear you. You can read my mind. And I'm grabbing both sides of his armor and picking him up off the ground.
And he's just, ah!
And shaking.
8-foot Hugbear. That's terrifying.
And as you're shaking him, you hear behind you. You hear Codgaff say, "Enough, Bugbear. Put it down, please."
Got anything else, Takari?
Takari will look at the guard like, "What do you mean you're fucked?"
You just see he's sort of hesitant about responding, and you hear in his head, and you hear the surface thought of, "But the prince shouldn't know."
When that guard hesitates, I'm going to say, "Spill it, or the bugbear has his way with you."
And I roar in his face.
Make an intimidation check. Make an intimidation check, both of you.
-1. Do. I don't know why I'm not intimidating. I should really have advantage.
The intimidation somewhat doesn't grow through, and he says, "Well, and I'll have you all arrested."
We're here with the prince. You can't have that done. Spill.
Can I use shocking grasp on the asshole?
Roll to hit. Roll with advantage because Hugbear. Well, hold on. Hugbear, are you holding him like up?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. Roll with roll to hit with advantage because Hugbear's got him up high.
I think Takari would like to say something. Kat's had her hand
Yes, please.
Okay. Yeah, you hit and you deal 10 lightning to it into Takari as this as Onora's shocking him.
Could I drop the concentration of detect thoughts and cast suggestion on the guard
Go ahead.
to kind of get him to say what he was going to say.
Okay.
That would be just like a tell us what you want or what you're thinking.
Well, after I shocked him, I'd say I was just gonna tell him simply, lightheartedly amused. You could tell us what you know, or I could give you another dose.
And he says, okay. Let me show you. Put me down and I'll show you.
Or you could just tell us.
I put them down.
As he puts him down, I'm just gonna keep a dagger trained on the guard, just in case he pulls anything fishy.
Onora will keep a hand on him.
And the guard gets back on his horse and says, follow me, and leads you up to the rest of the half hour, the last half hour of the trip. And he takes you up to the estate, and you see there's one other guard that's there. And he looks over and says, he's the one other guard that's there. He goes, what is happening? Why is the prince here? And
We've come to visit.
And you see Kadaf has gotten off his horse at this point, and is just running towards the door.
What's up, Takari?
What's up?
I was gonna probably cast suggestion. I'm gonna that. My initial thought was I'm gonna cast suggestion on this other guard, and be like, he deserves to know what is going on.
Let me take a look at suggestion very quickly. Hold on. I have most spells memorized, but I don't have all spells memorized, so give me a minute.
I can post it on the thingy.
No, I found it.
Okay.
Must be worded in such a manner that the course of action sounds reasonable. Alright, so he needs to make a wisdom saving throw. What is your spell save DC?
Oh shit. Ignore that.
You miss.
Ignore that.
Onora's
My
just
wisdom
killing
save?
guards over.
What is your spell save DC? If you click on spells, you see there are 3 numbers at the top. One of them has this. Well, one of them's labeled save DC.
Save DC for wizard or ranger?
What?
No.
If you go back to if you go over back to your suggestion spell, does it say whether on right there? Does it say whether it's a wizard?
Wiz save 13.
Okay, so Wiz save 13. Gotcha. Okay. He fails, and he says, "Oh well, all right." And he opens the door, and Codgaff just runs right in, and you just hear a scream.
I guess I go on in.
You hear a painful, "No!"
Wow, a shocker. Guess he's the king now.
I mean, kind of saw that one coming.
I grab one of the guards so they are not running away.
I look over to the guard that I cast suggestion on, and I'm like, what happened?
We were informed by Zorel, by Head Nurse Zorel, to not tell anyone that the king was dead.
Can
How did
I?
he... Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask. I'm gonna go inside and do a medicine check to see if I can determine cause of death.
As you step in, the smell is just ripe.
It's been a while.
Make as you get close to it, as you get close to the body, make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Fantastic. Yay. Please not a nat 1. Yes!
You're fine.
Better than a freaking nat 1.
All right, and now you approach the body without throwing up or passing out. Make a medicine check to see 17. So it seems he has died about 5 days ago. You determine the time of death. There is no there aren't any wounds or puncture wounds, so whether he died from, it's not from a wound.
Can I ask the guard that I cast suggestion on what happened?
As I told you, we were told by the head nurse to not let anyone in here, especially.
I'm not asking what you were told. I'm like asking what happened to how he died.
He just one day he just died in his sleep. He was sleeping and he died.
Can I go in with Onora or walk in, like kind of behind Onora to see if I can't help?
And you make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Don't pass out on me.
I hope not.
Jesus Christ.
As you get closer to it, you feel the need to vomit right now. You got about 3 seconds before you're about to vomit.
I take off the guard's helmet and throw it to Takari.
She will try to catch it.
Hold on, Hugbear, make a perception check to see if you can see.
I imagine so. We're in this. Okay.
Actually, you know what? Don't. I'm gonna say you're busy with the guards, making sure they're not gonna run away or anything. That you're too focused on them.
Okay.
And Takari, you got 3 seconds. What do you do?
She's probably just gonna run outside real quick.
All right. You run out and you just start throwing up. Just from the smell of it, and your body's telling you don't go back in there.
Okay. Can I make a medicine check at the door if I saw the body?
From the distance, you're gonna roll with a disadvantage because you just threw up.
Because she wants to help try to figure out.
Yep. So make a medicine check with disadvantage.
How do I do a disadvantage?
Just roll it twice.
Just roll it twice, and we'll take the lower result.
Okay. The first one was 11.
Okay.
And
She got a 14 and a 20.
Okay.
Plus modifiers.
Yeah, from basically all you can get. It's kind of hard to tell from this distance. You're used to checking how things have died or when they died when you're closer to them, but because you're this kind of far away, it's hard to tell.
Hard to tell.
Yeah.
Can I roll an investigation to see if I can find anything around?
Go ahead.
Jesus Christ.
You find nothing. Well, actually, no. Oh, it's a 5. Okay. I thought it was a 2 for a minute.
It's because it's 5 plus it's with the modifier.
Okay, gotcha. You do find a piece of parchment. You do find like an envelope, like a letter envelope on the deck that says, it has the initials, LWT. Which you could probably assume is probably his last will.
Alright, well, she's gonna go ahead and take the letter. Is, Princey Boy in there too, still?
Yeah, he's gone outside at this point, and you hear her crying.
I'm gonna follow the prince and try to soothe him.
And he's just like, how could he have been dead? He never told anything about, he never said anything about being unwell.
I'm not the best person for this, so I'm just gonna kind of look at him and like hold the pancake out, just like, I'm sorry.
He takes a pancake and more uses it as a tissue than actually eating it.
Wow, weird.
He wipes it, realizes what it is. Oh, thank you, and just starts not nibbling on it a little bit. I'm gonna need to talk to Sorel.
At this point, Onora probably would have already taken the letter and followed him outside.
Okay, well you catch up to him
Onora,
being comforted with it. You catch up to the prince being comforted by Corra.
I'm gonna like above his head, like where he can't see. Got this, and then just like. Go.
Okay.
I am not for this.
Okay, no, fine. Onora will deal with Princey Boy.
Can Takari use Gus to air out the place before she tries to go back into?
You could, yeah, but that's a cantrip, right?
It is.
Small blast of Faephyra will move when an object that is neither able to carry that weighs more than 5 pounds, push it 10 feet away. I'll say it takes you a couple good minutes to be able to.
Just to air out the smell. She's like,
just be able to air out the smell enough for you to be able to look at the body.
Yes.
And you can make a medicine check if you wish.
Okay. Normal, with modifier?
Yep, normal.
Okay. Why, when I want to do the thing, that it might help us.
And yeah, again, as far as you know, based on the smell, he died recently, but you don't know when.
Can I see if there's any, like, stab wounds or...
No, you don't see any. I'll just give you that, you don't see any wounds.
Bob would like to go to the door and like look in. She's not going to go in there because everybody else seems very upset about it.
Okay.
And she knows there's a dead person, but she doesn't want to be in there, but she wants to try to help. And when she gets to the door, she wants to cast Detect Magic to see if maybe he died of magic causes.
Alright. You don't sense anything magical.
I'm gonna go back to the guard that Hugbear is intimidating.
Okay.
And I'm going to demand to know who was on guard the night that the king died.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to speak a little louder because you're kind of quiet.
I wanna know. I'm gonna demand to know which guards were on duty the night the king died.
Get him.
Okay. He says, I was on duty on the night he was on the night that he died.
Was anyone else on duty?
It was just me at that point. There was a guard when he there was a switch between guards, and the second guard was taking too long to come, and I was the only one at that point.
I'm going to bluff my way into saying that the prince is going to have him taken into custody for questioning on what happened.
And he says, "No, I swear this is all I know." And
We
look,
just need to question
as soon as he's dead, I reported it to Zorel. And she told me to not tell. She told me and the other guards that were doing this shift to not tell anyone.
Did you tell anyone else?
No! It was her job to not tell anyone else!
Tell that to your king as I start to put him in rope and tying him up.
So no priests, no nothing, just Zarel.
Just her.
Did she have anyone with her?
No, it was just her. And eventually you hear Kadev say, you see, he says, Bugbear, don't bother with him.
I kill him with my fists.
You knock him out.
Fine, I do that. And I carry him with me. He's coming with us.
Okay.
Can I use my keen senses to see if there was any poison?
Hold on, Keen's, is that an elf trait?
It is an elf thing. Elves have keen senses.
Let me take a look at it, hold on.
That's what it says in my racial traits.
Yep, I just want to take a look at it, give me a sec.
Onora's gonna do a thing.
You said it was keen senses, right?
Yep.
It just gives you proficiency in perception checks.
It's
With
not
that-
like a werewolf or a dog who has greater noses. It just gives you a higher addition modifier for perception.
Yeah, so it just gives you a
okay.
proficiency bonus towards perception.
Okay.
So
Onora's gonna do a thing.
okay, go ahead.
Onora is actually gonna open up and read his will.
As you go to open it, you see a hand Claudette's hand just goes out and just grabs the note. And he says, let's not look at that for now. Later. Right now, I just want to talk to Zorel. And you see anger in his eyes.
I believe Zorel is possibly the one behind this. I wouldn't trust her.
I don't care. I want to talk to her. I need to know from her why she kept it as a secret from me.
That is fine, do as you will. But I don't think you should let her know about the will.
Not yet.
That's fine. You don't have to.
Takari will call out to the prince and be like, what do you want us to do with your father?
I guess he just looks flustered. I guess bury him. We don't really have a graveyard. There's a little bit of a smallest cemetery up north. We don't have a private cemetery of our own. So he doesn't get buried along with the citizens. Bury him in the backyard, I guess.
Okay. Is there
We could always just cremate him.
No, he preferred burial.
Okay. Are there any sheets around that Takari could use to kind of wrap the body?
There are the bed sheets.
Cool. She's gonna be very careful and just try to, as respectfully and gently as she can, to kind of wrap him up.
Okay. Are you going to be the one that's going to do the burial process?
I can. I have mold earth.
Oh, okay. Okay.
A body that has been decomposing for about 5 days, I can tell you that it's going to be bloated. The skin's going to be super
She's good.
loose.
That's why she's being extra careful.
All right.
It's going to be gross.
Who's gonna believe us when we get
It's gonna
back?
be gross.
Make All right. How are you carrying the body?
Is she gonna make another con save? Because the body's gonna smell like hell too. It's not
I
just the
mean,
room.
I can try to use levitate to try to move it carefully.
Okay. All right. So you use levitate and you gently carry the wrapped up body up and take him out to the backyard.
And then I'm gonna use mold earth to make a kind of 6-foot pit.
Okay. And so you make a 6-foot pit, a roughly size of a humanoid, with the width and the length of a humanoid, but the depth is 6 feet. And you bury him?
I ask the prince if he wants to say any last words or before we head off.
He nods a little bit, then walks up. Don't worry, Father. I will find out why this has happened to you, and I'll make sure that things will get taken care of properly. And then he just walks away.
And then she'll just cover the grave with the
Alright.
just dirt.
Yep. You bury the body. Alright.
Onora's gonna go up to the prince and she's gonna whisper, not really like necessarily let the other party know per se. She's not necessarily trying to keep it either. She's just kind of being real on the down low about it.
Okay.
She'll say, honestly, if you want answers, you should probably read his will. I know you're afraid, but before you speak to Zarel, I strongly recommend you do it.
Make a persuasion check.
I figured you were gonna have me say it. Please let it be above a 10.
If it helps any, Takari will place a hand on his shoulder to kind of help.
It's not gonna help.
Kill myself.
Did say don't let it be lower than a 10.
Point.
And so he just looks at you and says, as I said, I will confront Zorel about this, and then I will read it.
I don't think that's very smart, but do as you will.
And he starts to head off. He starts to head to his horse.
Onora's gonna follow.
Alright, what do the rest of you do?
I'm hog tying a guard to my horse.
Alright.
Kari is probably gonna get kind of mad at one of the guards for not telling the prince, because it was their job to tell the prince too that he had a right to know type thing, and just gets back on her horse.
Takari scolding guards. Yes.
You can generally tell she's mad that the information that he needed wasn't provided.
Okay. Alright, so you give the guard the stink eye, and he's the one other guard the stink eye. You can tell he feels guilty. He feels guilty about what's happened. And he starts to. The prince gets on his horse and starts riding off back to Eshiubia.
Before we leave, Bob is gonna walk over with some flowers she picked and put them on the grave.
Okay. And
Bob's the wholesome bean.
Okay. So while I guess Onora and Takari were trying to talk to the prince, you do that, and you get on your horse and you ride off with everyone else. So once again, 5-hour ride. And so, it's 10 hours, so it's about, it's late afternoon, early evening at this point. As you arrive, and, as soon as he gets outside of his, as you guys approach the front of the Sternhair estate household, the prince gets off his horse and starts power walking, power walk into the building.
Onora's gonna just silently follow right behind him.
Takari's probably gonna cast or send the cantrip message to her brother Yamar to inform him what had happened.
Okay. So you send a message telling him, and he gets a reply, right?
Yeah. It doesn't actually say.
I'm pretty sure a message gives you a reply back. The target hears the message. They can reply in a whisper, though. Okay. And you hear him say, "This is interesting. I will be back down. I'll be down to meet you guys." And that's all you hear. And so you guys get into the building. You see one of the waitstaff and says, goes to approach you guys, and you hear Corra just angrily say to her, "Where's Zorel?" And he goes, "She's in the dining room." And he just starts storming off towards the dining room area. You can tell he's mostly acting on emotion right now.
And that's why Onora is just following.
Yep, and he just bursts open the doors. And you see, as soon as the doors just slams open. Everyone else inside the room, so Zorel and a few of the Truldor is also there, and he says, "Everyone, except my friends, Truldor and Zorel, get out!" And you see everyone. All the servants make their way out, and you see Elmar walks in. And he says, "Can I heard that I heard the news." And he says, "I don't care, you can stay, you're royalty." And
This kid. Okay.
And he just walks up to Estrella, and he goes, "How long?" She goes, "How long what?" And he goes, "How long have you known that my father was dead?" "I had to learn from a guard coming back from his shift to protect him to learn that he died 5 days ago. And I learned that you told him to make sure that I don't learn about this." And she just goes, and you see she sighs. "Yes, I told the guards to not tell you, but I got this order from your father. He was starting to feel unwell, and he knew he was going to die. I tried to cure him what was happening to him, but I just couldn't figure out what he was dying from. It wasn't a disease. Maybe it was a poison. But I couldn't figure out the antidote," and he said to just... He says he was just gonna spend the rest of his time in his establishment to not... And he ordered me... His last order was to make sure you don't know. Because he didn't want you to learn that he died being poisoned. You see the letter that Katagaf is holding. Now he's crumbling it in his hand. Do you guys do anything or say anything? What?
Hugbear throws a body onto a table.
Onora's gonna put a hand on his shoulder.
Well,
Cora's gonna dig for like a handkerchief or something to give to him because I've already given the pancake. I don't know what else to do.
he's just speechless at this point. Like he's trying to find the words to say to express what he's feeling, but he's just having a hard time. He's just like
Onora just kind of whispers to him, "Read the letter."
And he just angrily rips it open and just pulls out the letter. And this is the last will and testament of Golvan Sternheim, king of Eshiubia. My last order, if anyone were to read this, is... let me rephrase that for a little bit. As much as I love my son with all my heart, I believe he is not ready to be given the role of ruler immediately. My last order is to have the people vote on their next ruler.
Is he reading this out loud?
Yeah, he's reading this out loud, and you could tell. He said as he's going on with that, especially at the part where he says, "Not given the rulership immediately." He can tell he's reading it, and his voice changes to a more frustrated tone. But I'm saying it to you clearly so you guys can understand it. And after he reads it, he just throws the paper to the side, looks over at Zora, and says, "How do I know it wasn't you that poisoned him?" And she says, "I assure you, I know you hate me right now, but please, I tell you with all of my heart, I didn't kill him."
Can I insight her?
Go ahead, yeah. Go ahead, yeah. Anyone wants to make an insight check, go right ahead.
It's gonna be a decent insight.
Why not?
Oh my god!
What am I up to? 9?
Okay. Okay, so Corra, Bop, and Takari, you tell that she is being truly honest. Onora, she's bullshitting. She's just saying this out of her ass. She's trying to save face. Oh my god. What is that, number 9?
I think that's like 9.
You need to like pull out some real dice when you're alone. And just roll
I don't
for, like,
have
an hour.
any yet.
Kiki, out of curiosity, did you recently come in contact with Will Wheaton?
Wait, with who?
Will Wheaton, he's a known, he's on Geek and Sundry. He's known to be, he rolls, like, the worst number possible. Like, he appeared on Critical Role for 2 sessions and basically kept rolling 1s and 2s. And broke
All
everyone.
session. Most of my rolls have been under 5.
I think I'm probably gonna name the title of this episode is probably gonna be, Onora's Unlucky Day.
Go for it.
Super bad, very bad Onora day.
What's up, Takari?
Can I use Detect Thoughts again?
Do you have a spell slot for that?
I have 1 left
Okay, go ahead.
for 2nd level.
Okay. Okay, and the initial thoughts you get after she says that is, is give me a second, I gotta think about it for a sec. How is she thinking right now? Okay. You get the initial thought of the prince is gonna hate me for the rest of his life. And it's a bit, I can't believe I'm following the king's last stupid order. I shouldn't have told him in the first place.
Hugbear, while he was reading this, is going to be walking over to him and putting his hand on his shoulder and whispering in his ear, "What's to say he hadn't already been driven mad by the poison when he wrote this letter?"
No. I know my father, and I admit I have been childish. But he did say he would leave it to a vote. And so he doesn't say he's not going to give it to me, he's going to leave it to a vote. So I still have a chance.
The best thing to do at this point is to prove you're a worthy ruler.
My task my father has mostly given me is to help around with town. And so the town knows me fairly. It's just a matter of getting their word.
So do more than that. Go above and beyond. A good ruler leads with his people, not over.
And you see that Troubadour says, who's been sitting there all the time, he's like, if I may say something, if we're going to make a democracy out of who's the next ruler, I would, as the oldest member and head priest of the church, I would like to run for this spot.
I once again whisper into the prince's ear, "Or we burn the letter, and I kill everyone in this room."
The prince says, unfortunately, this problem will not be solved that easily, Bugbear. Well, what is your name?
Hugbear. And it could be.
Hugbear. Well, as the prince, I suggest that you don't. As the, still prince for now, I suggest and maybe order that you don't do that. I'll have the guards arrested you and executed by the next morning.
Funny.
Got balls now, Jesus.
I don't think he is prince anymore. This is a republic.
And Takari, you hear from behind you saying, you hear your brother Aylmore says, "I too would like to throw my name into this hat of next ruler."
Of course you would, brother.
Well, so I was here to make a deal to see if I could get a position within his kingdom, but now that the ruler spot is empty and it's up for grabs, I too would like to throw my name out there. You see Chulor turns around and says, "You, a high elf from Hestein, who's only been here for 10 days, wants to try to be ruler." And you see your brother goes, "Well, I mostly study law, and I am the oldest child, and so I think I should
the
be..."
High Elf didn't let his king get murdered.
You feel the embarrassment from Zorel from that.
Good, be embarrassed. You should be embarrassed. It's pretty sad.
If you can't protect a king, what makes you believe you can protect a country?
Ooh.
And you see Troubadour looks over to Kodagath and says, Are we allowing him?" You see Kodagath looks over to Troubadour, then looks over to Elmar, then looks over to everyone else. Except for Zorel. and then says, if he wants to run for the spot, let him. And then you hear brother say, well, in this case, I have a lot more work to do. I will have to excuse myself. I will not say anything of what's happened in this room. And he walks out.
Onora just sighs at this point. Did he read the full will?
Do you ask to look at the will? Do you ask him?
Onora is gonna ask, may I see the will?
You take a look at the will, and yeah, that was practically all that was. It basically just make the next rule be chosen through democracy.
Can I roll an investigation to see if there's anything strange about the letter itself?
Go ahead.
Is it gonna be another nat 1?
You don't see anything. You don't see anything else about the. It just looks to be a normal piece of paper.
Okie dokie.
And you see Zorel goes to speak and says, if I may suggest, and Kata says, no, you may not suggest. I don't...
What's the kid's name?
Kodgaff.
Cogdaff. Or, yeah, kid. I'm gonna call him kid, because I can't pronounce that.
Okay, cool.
Honora's just gonna, gently squeeze his shoulder, and she's like, let her speak. I'm curious as to what she's gonna say.
And she says, I suggest that since it is late, I suggest that we keep this among ourselves until tomorrow, where we'll make a public announcement about this scenario. And, to make matters not as bad, I suggest that we tell everyone that your father died yesterday instead of 5 days ago.
And whose fault is it that nobody knows till 5 days hence?
If word were to get out, I will take the blame for it. That's what you hear Zorel say that.
I will hold you to that.
And you hear Kadif say, but for now, until we get to that announcement, and then after that announcement, I'm going to Kadif looks over to Zorel and says, I'm going to have you isolated until this matter is settled, until the next ruler is picked. And she looks over and says, I deserve this punishment. And Kadif would turn around and say, hey, Hugbear, can you wake that guard up?
Nah. And I walk away. You're not Prince.
He's gonna go out, and then you see, Kadif's gonna say, if you excuse me, everyone, I gotta find some guards to keep her inside. And, he goes off. As before he leaves, he says, can one of you escort her to her room?
Takari will. If no one else wants to.
I'm gonna chase after Hugbear.
Okay. So Corra goes after Hugbear, so he storms off, and then yeah, and Kadagath just walks out of the room. And Takari, you escort Zorel out of the room to make sure that she stays in her room.
Takari's face is just generally like kind of sad that they had to find the king this way, and is gonna ask Zorel just generally as she could, why didn't you be upfront with the prince?
Like I said, the now former king didn't want him to know.
But he is the heir. Shouldn't the heir know of the parent's death?
He did not want me to tell. He wanted me to make sure that he wouldn't find out.
But he did, and now he's angry with you.
I know.
Sometimes the truth may hurt, but it's rather said out in the open than hidden.
Yes, I suppose that's true. At this point, you've taken her to her room. And while that's happening, Onora and Bop, you're left in the room with the head priest, Truldor, and he just says, "Well, this is an interesting scenario that's happened before us. I think I'm going to get going before something else breaks." And he stands up and I wish you all good night, and I certainly wish Kadagath.
Before you go, I have a question.
Yes?
Now that the rulership is up for dictatorship, or whatever you want to call it, or up for grabs or vote, or whatever the heck you want to call it, how long do you think it would be till the next ruler is chosen?
Well, I would say probably it'll take I think what might happen is we may do like a full day of propaganda, and then that night, or either that night or the next night, the people would vote. So this process would take only a couple days, I would think.
Well, just so you know, expect us to stay here until the new ruler is chosen, for we have our own diplomatic reassurance that we need for Nofliasile.
I understand, and I ask that you don't try to influence people into who to vote for who, since for now, you are...
Personally, I don't care one way or another. I just need to speak to the ruler.
But if you will, I can see that you will be, the five of you will be allowed to vote on who you think would deserve the position.
The five of us, five strangers who don't live in a kingdom. Now, is that really fair? That could sway your votes.
Well, as I said, there would be debates.
Perhaps. We shall see come forth a couple days.
Yes, we shall.
Have a good evening. And she'll walk off before he even does.
Pop will follow Onora.
Okay.
And as they're walking back to the room, just kind of to herself say, I wonder who would want to kill the king.
There are plenty who wants to kill a ruler.
I wonder if it's the thing that Arle and everyone is very worried about. Or that the leader of the hobgoblins was talking about when I saw him in my vision.
What vision?
Did I not tell them about the vision?
Oh, no, you haven't.
Oh, when the hobgoblin guy, the big guy, died in Nofliasile, I sort of had a little vision where he told me that there was more things to come that were even worse.
At this point, you could see clear annoyance on Onora's face.
But you guys remember Arle mentioning about this hobgoblin group possibly being paid off or having relations with the secret order. So that's maybe what the hobgoblin was talking about.
Well, all we can do at this point is wait until the new ruler is chosen. Once that happens, we can try and strike an accord with the new ruler on gaining an alliance with Nofliasile. Till then, we must wait. And at this point, spreading rumors about who could or could not have killed the king won't be helpful at all. In fact, it'll probably be a hindrance. So as far as the king goes, we'll stay quiet.
Okay. That makes sense to her. She'll just go along with it. She figures everybody's just kind of smarter and knows more than her anyway. So... Ow.
Alright. Okay. And so you guys have your conversation. What do Hugbear and where does Hugbear go when he left?
Start heading towards the room he was given the night before.
Okay. And Corra, you followed. Do you guys do anything?
If Corra wants to chat, I'm always down for a chat.
I mean, Cora's gonna generally ask Hugbear's thoughts, even though she's pretty sure she knows, and kind of make the point of, I have a feeling we've worked for enough powerful people who might not want to get involved with this one.
I don't understand. Humans are so stupid. In my tribe, it's the strongest goes. The strongest is the leader. And that kid showed strength today. And then buckled immediately.
It makes you question what he'll do if he's voted in. If he were to automatically get the power. But at the same time, I don't trust really anyone else who's running.
He doesn't even seem interested in who killed his father. The only person I trust to be king is him. The people who want the power are probably the ones who put his father in the grave.
I agree. But
At the end of the day, I don't care. I just want money, and I just want to go back to our town. Or I just want to get rid of this stupid silence thing so that the silence troop doesn't fucking murder me.
so you're not silenced.
So I'm not silenced.
You are a man of many words.
Some say my voice is infinite. Yeah,
I see
take
what
that.
That was a win.
You take 1 point of psychic damage.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll take it. Do we have to stay?
Unfortunately, I feel like it hurts the town if we leave.
Can I just stand at the ballot box and tell everybody who to vote for?
How about we stay as uninvolved as possible?
Can we tell them all just to like fight to the death and whoever is left standing?
Well, if we stay as uninvolved as possible, whoever wins can talk to as quickly as possible and get out of here and not have another thing to do with it. So, in staying, we can get you more pancakes.
I don't know. He's not Prince anymore. He can't just order pancakes.
Ah, but don't you think all of them will be trying to impress you?
I'm like one vote. They should be getting pancakes for the whole town.
But you're their future.
Well,
If we're their trading future.
that's true. That is true. All right, I'll stay for pancakes.
And then I think, at that point, it's bedtime for them.
Alright. Takari, on your way back to your room after escorting the head nurse to be isolated in her room, in which anyway you just see two guards pass by, and you look back and you see they have been ordered to guard the doorway to make sure she doesn't try to get out. And on your way over, you run into your brother who's walking out of his room.
What do you hope to gain by running for residency here?
Well, as I said,
You're the sole heir of Hestine.
Well, actually,
You're the firstborn of Hestine. Why do you need something that isn't yours?
Well, as you probably, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but the only people that lived in this town are humans.
You realize what you're gonna be giving up then, right?
I know. But after hearing about this town's I'm mostly running also because with how Truldor, or whatever his name is, how that priest mentioned about he wanted to run. As you know, religion and government should not be in the same place.
That is true, but what do you know of Eshiubia?
Little, but I have during my time here, I've taken to learn a little bit of the history of the place. But it would seem that I'm mostly running. I'm not running for the spot. I'm mostly running against. I guess I'm running against that head priest.
What is wrong with the head priest?
As I said, religion and government religion should not get involved in government. And seeing how this place has been mostly humans, I'm sensing there was some sort of passive law. I'm sensing some passive laws about. I don't know. I just feel that if he were to be a leader, things will not go well. Things would be a little more racist. I don't know.
I guess if you really want it, I'm not going to stop you.
if either myself or that child gets the seat, great, as long as he doesn't.
Then you'll have to work your campaign.
I think I know how to convince my way to. I think I can convince my way to not having him get voted.
You, an outsider, trying to help the town that doesn't know anything about your existence.
It will surely be interesting, but let's just see what the people think.
You were always the persuasive one. Don't let it be your downfall.
I will make sure it doesn't. And I ask, if you're going to vote, don't vote for me because I'm your brother.
I wasn't going to.
I see you're still yourself.
I am, but I know how to do politics when it is needed.
Well, I guess I better make a case, not only to go against the priest, but to even convince you, my youngest sister. Well, if you excuse me, I have a lot more work I need to take care of.
You might want to study up on the history of Eshiubia, just to be on the safe side.
Oh, I will most certainly be doing so. No, good night.
Night, brother.
And he goes back into his room, and you make your way back into your room. Your cat comes by, still hasn't found anything.
I just give Fiona a pat, and just like hold him in my lap as I am sitting on my bed.
Okay. And so, everyone drifts off to sleep. In this now weird situation with Eshiubia, and see how everything gets handled. And I believe this is a good place to stop for tonight.
Wait. Are there flapjacks in the morning?
You won't know till next week.
I kill everybody in the building.